My dear people, am I audible to every one of you? Am I audible to every one of you? Quickly let me know in the chats. Let me quickly know in the chats if I'm audible to every one of you so that we can start the discussion directly. All right, people. So, good evening, all my lovely Enlites. I hope all of you are doing great, having a good time. Well, quickly let me know in the chats if I'm audible and visible to every one of you, my dear people. Quickly let me know in the chats. Hello, Shruti. Hello, Amruta. Hello, Walish. Hello, Likita. Hello, Muhammad Anas. Hello, Janaki. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Perfect. So, first of all, I'll tell you that I cannot talk in the louder voice as my normal tone is because my throat is not in a good condition. So I hope you'll manage with it, right? So people, in this session, exactly we are going to see the questions which were asked in the today's shift 1 and shift 2 examination of your chemistry first, followed by your mathematics, followed by your physics, right? So that you'll get the idea of what is going to be the level of the upcoming shifts, right? And you'll see the questions and you'll get to know all these questions we had done in the mock test, my dear people, right? What were types of questions they had given in the first 2 shifts today, right? All these questions we had done in the mock test, and I'll give you the reference as well, right? So before starting the session, the ones who have just joined in, the ones who are new to the channel, quickly I'll introduce myself. My name is Wasim Bhatt and I'm your chemistry master teacher right here on this Vedantu Enlite channel, right? Well, people, the ones who have not liked the video yet, please do like the video, share the video with all of your friends, do subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to hit the bell icon as well. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Perfect. So let's have a look on few of the questions which were asked in the today's shift 1 examination, my dear people, starting with the first question. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'll maximum take 20 minutes. Then I'll pass the stage to Shimon sir, right? So, my dear people, the first question which was asked in the morning shift, that was, which of the following is not present in photochemical smog, right? Which of the following is not the component of the photochemical smog? A very simple and memory-based question, my dear people, right? Well, if you talk about NO, NO2 and HCHO, the first 3 components, these are basically the components of the photochemical smog. It is basically going to be the sulfur dioxide, which is not the component of the photochemical smog. And this sulfur dioxide, my dear people, it is the component of the classical smog, right? Well, on this photochemical smog, the question was asked in last month's shifts as well, right? So the question have been repeated. Perfect. So it's going to be SO2, which is not the component of the photochemical smog. It is the component of the classical smog. Question number 1, right? Simple memory-based question. Second question, my dear people. Arrange the following alkali metals in the increasing order of their densities. So basically, we were given with the alkali metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and we were supposed to arrange them on the basis of their densities, right? Well, my dear people, if you talk about the group first elements, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium and cesium. Normally what do we remember? Normally we know on moving from top to the bottom what happens to the density. Density increases. Normally this is the general trend, my dear people, right? This is the general trend. So what is supposed to be the expected order of the densities? The expected order is supposed to be like this. Cesium will be having maximum, followed by rubidium, right? Followed by potassium, followed by sodium, followed by lithium. This is the expected order. This is the expected order. But this is not the actual order. What is the actual order, my dear people? The actual order is, there is some exception over here. Let me tell you, the density of potassium is less than that of density of sodium in the actual order, which is just the exception over here. So the actual order is basically lithium, potassium, then you have got sodium, then you have got rubidium, then you have got cesium. This is the actual order, right? And I'm sure You would have clearly seen this in NCERT as well. Perfect. So it was supposed to be basically option D, which is the correct answer of this particular question. So the ones who are going to write the upcoming shift examinations, my dear people, please and please do have a look on the density parameters, right? Do have a look on the density parameters, because in the density parameters, a lot of exceptions are there, and they might ask the similar sort of questions again in the upcoming shifts, right? Perfect. This was the second question. The third question, my dear people, again the memory-based one, right? And I'm sure every one of you can easily solve this question. Which of the following structure of protein does not change on denaturation? On denaturation, only primary protein is the one which does not change on denaturation. It remains intact, right? This is a clear-cut line which is written in your NCERT as well. Chemically, denaturation does not change the primary structures of protein. This is the line from your NCERT from which this question was made. A very simple and basic question, again the memory-based one. Perfect. And again the easy calculation at the same time. I'm moving on to one more. This is guys the line. During denaturation, secondary and tertiary structures are destroyed, but primary structure remains intact, right? So from this particular statement, the question was made. Yeah. I'm sure every one of you could easily solve this if the similar sort of question from the same paragraph comes in the upcoming shift as well. All right. My dear people, how many times I have solved this question in the mock test, right? This sort of a question. Perfect. And the same question, even with the same values, how come in the examination? Look at this one. The pKa of weak acid, and pKb of weak base is given, the pH of the corresponding salt. So basically we have got a salt of weak acid and weak base, right? And you know, when the salt of weak acid and weak base undergoes hydrolysis, how do we calculate its pH? Its formula is simple. It is 7 plus half of, it's going to be P of Ka minus P of Kb. And all the parameters are given to us, right? See guys, it's 7 plus half of. What is the pKa value? pKa value is given to us as 4.8 minus pKb value is given to me as 4.78, right? So the answer is going to be 7 plus half of, this is going to be 0.02. It is 0.01, so 7.01 is going to be the pH of the resulting solution over here. So it's option B. Direct formula-based question, right? From the chapter, ionic equilibrium, right? Perfect, people. And this sort of a question we have solved. I'm sure you guys remember. We have solved many a times in your mock test, right? Perfect. Absolutely, it's option B. Moving on to one more question, guys. Have a look. Interhalogen compound. Interhalogen compound formed by the reaction of bromine. With what? Bromine with the excess of fluorine. Right? Followed by hydrolysis gives bromine containing compound. What is going to be the compound, my dear people? Have a look exactly. Simple and basic. Br2 plus F2. What does it form? It forms BRF5. Right? And this BRF5, when it undergoes hydrolysis, what does it form exactly? It forms exactly HBrO3, right? And what do we call this as HBrO3? We call this as bromate. Perfect. So bromate was supposed to be the correct answer of this particular question over here, right? Yes. So BRF5 got formed in the first reaction, then again on hydrolysis, it's giving HBrO3 over here in this particular case. I'm sure it is clear to every one of you. Moving on to one more question. I'm sure you guys remember how many times we have solved this sort of a question again from the chapter atomic structure, right? I need to check which of the following sets of quantum numbers is not possible, right? Is not possible. My dear people, if you directly look at option number 2, see the value of N and L, they have given us same. But we know the value of L is always less than that of N, because you know L is from 0 to N minus 1. If N is equal to 1, it's going to be 1 minus 1, 0. Then L value has to be 0. If N is equal to 1, then L has to be 0. L cannot be 1. So this is basically the incorrect arrangement which is given to us as far as the question was concerned. So option B is the one which is going to be correct answer of this particular question as well, right? Quickly moving on to one more. All right, geometry around borane in the product. First of all, there's a very common reaction, right? BF3 is basically reacting with NaOH. What do we get as the product? This is basically the preparation reaction of B2H6. I hope you remember. Diborane, right? This is basically the preparation reaction of your B2H6 diborane. Now, if you remember, many a times I have given you the structure of diborane, if you remember, my dear people. And the diborane structure, as you all must be knowing, this is H, this is one more H, this is B, this is H, this one more H, and over here, you have got 3 center 2 electron bonds over here, right? Which you call as banana bonds. Perfect. If I ask you what is the hybridization of this one, it's sp3. What is the hybridization of this boron? It's sp3. That means the overall geometry over here is tetrahedral, right? So tetrahedral was supposed to be the answer of the question. Even this question we did in the short questions as well, right? The session which I took on Sunday. Sunday means yesterday, right? Yeah, this was the question which we discussed there also. Perfect. So option B was the correct answer of the question. Well, people, this was again the memory-based one, right? Drugs that inhibit natural function. What do you think about this one, right? There is no need to solve this. This is something which you need to remember. Which drug is there that inhibit the natural function? What do you think? Absolutely, my dear people, it's going to be antagonist. Antagonist is basically a drug which basically inhibits the natural function. So option B is the one which is the correct answer of this particular question as well. Perfect. One more similar sort of question, by my dear people, which we solved in the mocks, right, which we solved in the sure shot as well. See, the question says which of the following compounds absorbs shortest wavelength, right? Shortest wavelength. I hope you know delta E is inversely proportional to lambda. I hope you know, right? Shortest wavelength means maximum energy, right? So basically, which of the following will absorb the maximum energy photon? Which of the following is going to absorb the minimum wavelength photon or maximum energy photon, right? That complex among all will absorb maximum energy photon, which is going to be maximum stable, right? That complex among all will be absorbing maximum energy photon, which will be maximum stable. Now the point is, which one is maximum stable among all, right? Well, you know, stability of the compound even depends on the strengths of the ligands as well. And you know, strong field ligands, they stabilize the complex basically, right? If you look at the last one, you have got all the 6 ligands. These are the strong field ligands. They would definitely stabilize this compound over here, this complex over here, the most, right? So this complex over here is going to be the most stable. So this complex is going to absorb the maximum energy photon or minimum wavelength photon, right? So it's option D, which is the correct answer of this particular question as well, right? Perfect. As Cn is the strong field ligand, because you know, the stability of the complex is directly proportional to the effective nuclear charge of the central atom, right? And at the same time, it is directly proportional to, the stability of the complex is directly proportional to the strength of ligand as well. Stronger field ligand stabilizes it, right? More the effective nuclear charge of the central metal ion, more is going to be the stabilization of the complex as well. Perfect. A simple concept which you need to use, right? More stable the complex, more is going to be the energy of the photon, which the complex is going to absorb. As simple as that. Yes? Moving on to one more. See guys, how many times we have solved? See, short, if you remember our short series, the first question which I solved in the short was based on the same isoelectronic set. I hope you remember, right? Similar, same question has been asked. So first of all, potassium, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, right? So this is basically your sodium, this is your potassium, right? This is going to be your magnesium, this is going to be your aluminium. Perfect. Now my dear people, this is Na positive, K positive, magnesium di positive, and Al tri positive. Perfect. Now you know, on moving from top to bottom, size increases. Perfect. So maximum size among all is going to be for K positive, right? Maximum size among all is going to be for K positive because these three, they are the same period elements, right? They're the same period elements. Perfect. Now, my dear people, after K positive, have a look. Na positive contains 10 electrons. This contains 10 electrons. This contains 10 electrons. Now, Al tri positive has got maximum protons. Maximum protons means maximum effective nuclear charge and minimum size. So Al tri positive is going to have minimum size, followed by this is your Mg di positive, followed by this is your Na positive. So this is going to be the order of the size of these species which are given to us, right? So what is the option? It's going to be option A only, which is going to be the correct answer of this particular question. I hope you remember, we have solved this question in the short session which I took yesterday only. The first question of that session was this one, right? Anyways, moving on to one more, right? H2O2 on reaction with KMnO4 in acidic medium, right? As you all must be knowing, KMnO4, it is basically a strong oxidizing agent, right? It behaves like the strong oxidizing agent. And when KMnO4 participates in the acidic medium, my dear people, when KMnO4 participates in the acidic medium, what do we get exactly? KMnO4 converts H2O2 in acidic medium. Into what? It converts H2O2 into O2 and itself gets converted into Mn di positive. This is the reaction which we have seen many a times in your actual regular sessions, right? In the N factor calculation, I hope you remember the sessions which I used to take for the N factors, right? I used to tell you KMnO4 in acidic medium shows the N factor of 5, right? It's a strong oxidizing agent. It converts H2O2 into O2. It converts Fe di positive into Fe tri positive, Sn di positive into Sn plus 4, H2O2 into O2, oxalate into carbon dioxide, and so on, right? All these things we have discussed in detail. Perfect. So what is going to be the correct answer of the question? It's again going to be option A, which is the correct answer of this particular question as well, right? Moving on to one more, my dear people. Look at this one. Even yesterday only we solved this question. Yesterday, the short session which I took yesterday in the morning, right? The same question we solved, my dear people. The same question we solved. Perfect. See guys, how do we solve this again now? So first of all, as far as the question is concerned, we have got HCl and we are making this HCl to react with NH4OH. NH4OH, what does it form? When acid reacts with base, it's going to lead to the formation of salt, which is NH4Cl, and with this NH4Cl, you'll be getting water over here as well, right? The first thing which I'll be doing, my dear people, I'll be calculating the millimoles of HCl. How do I calculate millimoles of HCl? Just multiply these two terms. It is going to come as 2. This multiplied by this comes out to be 2. Calculate the millimoles of NH4OH. This multiplied by this, it's again going to come as 2 only. So at time t is equal to 0, we have got 2 millimoles of this, 2 millimoles of this. So this is going to be 0, this is going to be 0, right? Now, my dear people, this is the case of complete neutralization. This is the case of complete neutralization. So finally in the container, there'll be nothing of this. There'll be nothing of this base as well, right? So 1 mole gives 1 mole. So 2 millimoles are going to give me 2 millimoles. Even there'll be 2 millimoles of water as well. So finally, when the reaction is completed, what you guys are going to get in the container, you'll be getting the salt and you'll be getting the water. Finally, in the container, you'll be getting the salt, millimoles of the salt and millimoles of water. Perfect. And you know, salt plus water, they undergo salt hydrolysis. Perfect. Now, my dear people, this salt, this is basically the salt of strong acid and weak base. And when the salt of strong acid and weak base undergoes hydrolysis, how do we calculate its pH? When the salt of strong acid and weak base undergoes hydrolysis, how do we calculate its pH? It's 7 minus half of, it's going to be P of Kb plus log of C, where C is the concentration of salt, right? The question is done and dusted. It's 7 minus half of P of Ka. Since Ka, just a second. This is Kb. Sorry, this is Kb. P of Kb. P of Kb is given to me as, Kb is given to me as 10 raised power minus 5. So P Kb. P stands for minus logs, right? So minus log of 10 raised power minus 5 comes out to be 5. Comes out to be 5 plus log of C. C is the concentration of salt. Do we know the concentration of salt in the container? No, we just know the millimoles of the salt. So millimoles of the salt divided by total volume of the system, that is 40 plus 20, comes out to be 60. So this is going to be the concentration of salt. You just need to do a bit of calculation, right? It's going to be 1 by 30, log of 1 minus log of 30. Do the little bit of calculation and solve the equation. And final answer after solving the equation is going to be 5.2, my dear people. So at the end, again, I'm telling you, whenever you get this sort of equation, just realize one thing. You need to see in the container what is left at the end of the reaction, right? In this particular equation, at the end of the reaction, salt and water was left, which will definitely undergo salt hydrolysis. So in order to calculate the pH, you will be using the formula of salt hydrolysis, right? Even a buffer can be there also, right? Just changing the values will give you the buffer, right? Then you will have to use the formula of buffer to calculate pH. In the similar way, you have to check at the end what is left in the container. Accordingly, you have to use the result. As simple as that. Perfect. All right. Look at this question again, my dear people. Have a look exactly what the question is all about. See, again a simple question, but this is a bit lengthy question. But we have solved many types of these questions in the mocks as well, right? Let's see exactly how to deal with this one. For the cell reaction, so basically this is the cell that's given to us. E cell is given to us. How many electrons are involved in the cell reaction if reaction quotient is 10 raised power minus 2? Perfect. Now, my dear people, how do I approach this particular question? First of all, I'll write exactly the reaction that will be taking place at anode, and you know at anode oxidation takes place and zinc is getting converted into Zn di positive. So reaction at anode, zinc solid getting converted into Zn di positive aqueous plus how many electrons? Plus 2 electrons. This is the reaction which will be taking place at anode. In the similar way, what is going to be the reaction taking place at cathode? You know, at cathode the reduction takes place. Sn plus X getting converted into tin. So what is going to be the reaction? I'll say Sn plus X electrons it gives SN solid. This is going to be the reaction which will be taking place at cathode. Now, my dear people, just you need to add these reactions, but before adding the reactions, if you remember, we need to make the electrons balanced. So just multiply this reaction by X and multiply this reaction by 2. This becomes, and then you just add them up. This becomes X times zinc solid, X times zinc solid, plus 2 times Sn plus X, right? It gives X times Zn di-positive aqueous, plus what? Plus 2 times Sn solid. This is the net cell reaction. If I ask you how many moles of electrons got exchanged in the net cell reaction, you'll clearly say there are 2x electrons. There are 2x electrons which are involved in the net cell reaction. Perfect. 2x electrons, 2x moles of electrons are basically involved in the net cell reaction. Now, my dear people, you just need to calculate E naught cell as well. What is E naught cell all about? It's simple E naught of cathode minus E naught of anode, right? And you will be taking the SRP values of both. What is my cathode? My tin is my cathode, right? And this is the SRP of tin. Standard reduction potential of cathode, that is 0.008 minus standard reduction potential of anode. This is the standard oxidation potential of anode. Just convert into SRP, just reverse the sign. It's going to be minus 0.763. Minus becomes plus 0.763, right? So it's going to be 8, 3, 11, 6, 1, 7 over here. So it's going to be 0.771 volts. This is the E naught cell. Since you got E naught cell, since you got the N value, reaction quotient is given to us. I'll be simply using the Nernst equation, my dear people, and solve the equation. I told you this is the length equation. So you were supposed to use this relation. A cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by N, and it's going to be log of QC. Now, my dear people, A cell is given to us. EMF of the cell 0.801. E naught cell we calculated already, right? N value is equal to 2x. Instead of N, you're going to write 2x, and QC value is again given to me as 10 raised power minus 2 only. So you got one equation which just contains one variable, that's x, and that value of x you were actually supposed to calculate as far as the question was concerned. After solving the equation, after doing the calculation, the final answer of the question, the value of x over here, you'll be getting exactly as 2, right? Perfect. I'm sure this again clear to every one of you. Look at this one, my dear people. The question from the chapter Chemical Kinetics, right? What was the basis of this particular question? How this question was to be solved? Well, my dear people, for a reaction at 500 torr, half-life is 240 seconds at that time. While at 250 torr, at that time, half-life is 4 minutes. The order of the reaction will be, I'm sure every one of you would have studied something like this. T half is directly proportional to pressure raised power 1 minus n, or concentration raised power 1 minus n. Or you can use this particular result, my dear people. You can say T half of 1 divided by T half of 2 is equal to P1 divided by P2 whole raised to the power 1 minus n. This is the result which you can use in this one, right? Simple and basic. Well, T half of 1 is given to me as 240 seconds divided by T half of 2 is given to me as 4 minutes. 4 minutes means 4 into 60. That's again 240 only, right? Is equal P1. P1 is given to me as 500, and what is P2? P2 is given to me as 250 raised to the power what? Raised power 1 minus n. Now this and this got cancelled. This value is equal to 1. So this is 1, this is 2. So it is basically 2 raised to the power 1 minus n is equal to 1. When is this equation possible? This equation is only possible when n value over here will be equal to 1. Right? If n is 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 2 raised to power 0, 1, LHS is equal to RHS. So n value, where n is the order of the reaction, that is coming out to be exactly 1. Perfect? Right, people? Order of the reaction over here is going to be 1. Yes? All right. The number of diamagnetic species. How many times we have solved this sort of a question, my dear people, right? You just need to check the unpaired electrons. Wherever there'll be unpaired electrons, that's going to be paramagnetic. And where there'll be no unpaired electrons, that's absolutely going to be diamagnetic, right? This was one more question based on, we have solved these sort of questions, my dear people, in case of bond order calculations, right? I hope you remember. I hope you remember. Or if you do not remember, just write the molecular orbital configuration of every species. And in the molecular orbital configuration, if you find the unpaired electron, that's going to be paramagnetic. If you do not find the unpaired electron, that's going to be diamagnetic, right? In the molecular orbitals. Now let's have a look on few of the questions which were asked in the second shift, right? Well, people, how many times we have solved this question? Do you remember? How many times we have solved this sort of a question? In the mocks, right? Look here. Which of the following is the correct order of first ionization energy? First ionization energy. Well, people, all these elements, they belong to same period, right? Beryllium, boron, right? Then nitrogen, oxygen is given. Nitrogen, oxygen, right? All these elements, these are basically your group first elements, right? These are basically your group first elements. And when you move from left to right, what happens to ionization energy normally? I'll say ionization energy normally increases. So what is the expected order, my dear people, right? What is the expected order of the ionization energy? Oxygen should have maximum, followed by nitrogen, followed by boron, followed by beryllium. This is the expected one, but this is not the actual one. This is not the actual one. Why is that? Say, the outermost configuration of beryllium is 2s2, and outermost configuration of boron is 2p1, right? Well, 2s2 configuration is more stable than that of 2p1 configuration, right? So in order to take electron out from here, you need to supply more energy. That is the reason why beryllium has got more ionization energy, more first ionization energy than that of boron, right? Yes. Similarly, if you talk about the outermost configuration of nitrogen, that's 2p3. If you talk about the outermost configuration of oxygen, that's 2p4, right? So 2p3 configuration, as you know, it looks like this, and 2p4 configuration, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, which configuration is more stable? This is half-filled configuration. Half-filled configurations are more stable. So in order to take electron out from the half-filled configuration, you have to supply more energy. That is the reason why nitrogen has got more first ionization energy than that of oxygen. So this is the actual order, my dear people. This is the actual order. Look at it. Nitrogen, maximum, followed by oxygen, followed by beryllium, followed by boron. It's option D, my dear people, which is the correct answer of this particular question, right? Simple and basic. All right. Didn't we solve this question yesterday in the short? Didn't we solve? Only difference was over here in place of OH, I had given COH. That's all. Rest all the things were same in the yesterday's short session. So done and dusted, my dear people. We are supposed to arrange them on the basis of acidity, right? So which one of the following is more acidic? You know, acidic strength depends on minus effects, is directly proportional to minus effects, you know, right? And minus M dominates over minus H, and minus H dominates over minus I. This simple concept you are supposed to use. First of all, I'll be selecting the reference, right? OH, which is common to everywhere, right? Which is common to everyone, number one. Number two, this NO2 is present at the para position, so it's going to operate minus M effect from here. It is present at the matter position. At the matter position, it's going to operate minus I. OCH3 at the matter position is going to operate minus I. Then OCH3 at the para position is going to operate plus M, right? Yes? Done and dusted. Perfect. Now look at the order. As I told you, minus M is dominating over minus H, and minus H dominates over minus I, right? So isn't it going to be A, B, C, D, my dear people? Is it going to be A, B, C, D? That's all. Yes? Simple and basic question. All right, look at one more, my dear people. See, this was the question was, these were three molecules, right, which were given to us. Some of the lone pairs on the central atom. If you talk about XCO3, how many times you have made XCO3, my dear people? How many times you have made XCO3? Perfect. Over here in case of XCO3, there is one lone pair on xenon. In case of XCF6, there is again one lone pair on xenon. In case of XCO2F2, if I make the rough structure of XCO2F2, right, XCO2 and there are two fluorine. This one fluorine, this one more fluorine. Perfect. Xenon, actually it has some 8 valence electrons, but out of 8 valence electrons, it's using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So there is one lone pair left on xenon as well. Perfect. So sum of lone pairs, what is it going to be? 1 plus 1 plus 1, right? So the sum of lone pairs on the central atom is just going to be 3. So 3 is the answer of the question. It should have been the integer type. Well, again the memory based question, 99.9% pure dihydrogen can be prepared by. Directly the statement from the NCERT, my dear people, look here. High purity greater than 99.95% dihydrogen is obtained by the electrolysis of warm aqueous barium hydroxide solution between nickel electrodes, right? There would have been some options, right? And the question was taken out from this particular statement, right? So people, these were the questions which I had come up with, right? These were the questions which were asked in the shift 1 and shift 2 examination. I won't waste a lot of time. I'll directly pass on the stage to Shimon sir. He'll be joining in for the maths discussion, right? And similarly, every day at night, we will be coming with the top-notch questions of the day in both the shifts, and we'll be discussing them with you so that you get the idea of the level of the examination of the JEE examination of the upcoming shifts. All right. Yes? So people, with this, I'll be taking a leave. I'm sure Shimon sir is ready. Let me just ping him once. Let me just ping him once if he's ready. Let me just ping him once. Just a second, guys. Yes, so he's ready. He's joining in, guys. He's joining in. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello, a very good evening to all my lovely boys and girls. I hope all of you are doing great and you're all ready for this paper discussion session. Can you all hear me? Hello, Roshant, welcome. Selva Aryaran, welcome man. Shruti, welcome. Sid, Pinky, Aditya, Harshita, Prasanna, very nice to see you people. So guys, today we are going to discuss the 25th July shift 1 and 2. Shift 1 and 2, the best questions. We are not going to discuss everything. We have brought the best questions and we are going to discuss some of them. I hope you enjoy it. So shall we get started? Are you all ready? Let's go. So people, as expected, math was difficult or slightly tougher than physics and chemistry. Don't you all agree? All those who wrote the exam today, what did you feel? So guys, math was relatively more difficult than your physics and chemistry. But yeah, it was JEE mains level only. It was not very difficult. It was moderate. But compared to physics and chemistry, of course, it was tougher. Okay. So it was tough and it was a bit lengthy. Yes, some of you would have felt it is lengthy. But guys, I warned you before. You guys knew it already. In June attempt, the paper was very lengthy. I told you all, prepare for lengthy paper. Prepare for lengthy paper. Get ready. And still you guys are saying it was lengthy. Then that means you didn't prepare hard enough. Okay. So others who are writing the exam tomorrow, day after tomorrow, the coming week, make sure you are ready for lengthy questions, in math at least. Okay. So with that, shall we get started? Everybody, are you ready? Shall we get into it? Perfect. So this is your maths paper discussion for today's both the shift, and you are watching Enlite, the English JEE and NEET channel of Vedantu. If you are new here, make sure you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. Okay. So people, this is the very first question. I liked it because it was very good. I will tell you how to solve it. Let's discuss it. Okay, what do you think is the approach for this question? Come on people, everybody. Madhu Karthik, all the very best Madhu Karthik. Do well. Okay, and try to pick the easy questions first, Madhu. Okay, that's a very important method. Very good. 1 million gamer. Thank you so much, man. Vanakkam everybody. Great. So people, what is the methodology? -1 is the answer. Very good. Yes, -1 is the answer. How many of you got -1? If you got -1, you get +4. Look at the irony. If you get -1 here, then you will get +4. Okay. If you got +4, then you will get -1. Did you understand it? Or was it a very bad joke? Okay, so guys, let's solve it. Okay, so guys, shall we all solve it? Who is that? Omega, Madhu. Omega is cube roots of unity, Madhu. Here it is fifth roots of unity. Sir, how is our fifth roots of unity? I will tell you how to do. Listen carefully. Okay, I will tell you how to do. So my dear boys and girls, this is a GP, right? So what is a GP? GP is A into R to the power n minus 1 by R minus 1. Correct? Okay, this is a GP. 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x power 4. It is a geometric progression. Correct? So geometric progression, what is the formula? A into R to the power n minus 1 by R minus 1. That's exactly what I've done. Okay, so now I will say, let's say x is not equal to 1. Let's say x is not equal to 1 and I can equate it to 0. So x power 5 is equal to 1. So x power 5 equal to 1 means it implies they are the fifth roots of unity. Fifth roots of unity except 1. but not 1. But not 1. So these 4 are the 4 other roots of unity. The 4 other roots of unity. So I can say alpha power 5 equal to beta power 5 equal to gamma power 5 equal to delta power 5 will be 1. How many of you understand this? Because if they are all 5th roots of unity, then the 5th power will be equal to 1. Are you all clear? Did you all like it? Was it epic? Everybody? So people, the answer for this question is option C, -1. These are all memory based options, so don't worry about the other options. Just focus on the correct option, okay? Session is stopped randomly. Guys, please refresh your page, guys. Everybody, please tell your friends to refresh the page. It should be all right, okay? Please tell your friends to refresh your page. It will be all right, okay? Thank you guys. Thank you so much. So, Chamak Chalo, what is your doubt, man? Yes, tell me what is your doubt. Very good, very good. So people, now you all understood it. So now how do you solve it? So we have alpha power 2021. So alpha power 2021 is nothing but alpha power 2020 into alpha, which is alpha because this is 1. So beta power 2021 is beta, gamma power 2021 is gamma, delta power 2021 is delta. So alpha, beta, gamma, delta sum is equal to -1. Why? Because sum of all the roots of unity will be always equal to 0. Sum of all the roots of unity will be equal to 0. So 1, if it goes to the other side, it will become -1. That is why answer is option C. Did you like it? Was it awesome? Metro Hackers, thank you so much. How much time will the session take? Guys, I will teach up to 9:30. I will take up to 9:30, 9:40, after which Shreyas sir will come, okay, with physics. So shall we move forward? Everybody okay with it? So yeah, with that, shall we move forward? Great. Jazz, it is 5th root of unity, Jazz, because you have to use the formula for GP. When you do that, you will get it, okay? So that's why you should follow the explanation completely. So yeah, with that, we shall move forward to the next question, people. I hope all of you did this. This was a good challenge. Guys, these are all good questions. What was the title of the session? Top questions. Top questions of JEE mains. Today, 25th July, first shift and second shift. So this is a very good question. It is not that simple, but I'll tell you how to solve it. Listen carefully. Are you all ready? Everybody? If you're all ready, let me know in the chat with a thumbs up, with a yo and a fire, and then we will get started. This was a fabulous question. Okay. See, the roots of the first equation are P and R. So P plus R is equal to 8A and PR is equal to 2A. Okay, 2A. And the roots of second equation are Q and S. So Q plus S is equal to -12B and QS is equal to 6B. Correct? Are you all happy with it? Now people, if these 4 are in AP, can I say PQRS are in HP? Do you agree? How many of you agree with me on that? Was it amazing? Was it legendary? Everybody, please let me know, guys. Quick. Did you all like it? Fantastic, people. Awesome. Now, if PQRS are in HP, then Q is the harmonic mean of P and R. So Q can be written as 2PR by P plus R. Similarly, R is the harmonic mean of Q and S. So R can be written as QS by Q plus S twice. Is that right? Did you all like it? So what is Q value? 2PR. So 2PR will be 2 into 2A, 4A divided by P plus R, 8A. So AA cancel. Q is equal to half. Q is equal to half. Correct? Now what is R? R is equal to 2QS. 2QS. So that will be 12B by minus 12B. So R is equal to minus 1. So people, I got the value of Q. I got the value of R. Was it amazing? Did you all like it? Yeah? Did you all like it, my dear boys and girls? Everybody? Fantastic. Great, great work. This was a legendary question, guys. It is not that simple. I am telling you harmonic mean, formula, and then quadratic equation, sum of the roots, product of the roots. So connecting all of them is a skill. Okay. Stanley Cyril, last question, answer is -1, my dear. If you say answer is 4, then you will get -1. Okay. Are you all clear? So shall we move forward? Yep. Perfect. So now people, you can get A. How, sir? Sir, how do we solve it? Guys, Q is the root of the second one. Q is a root of the second one. So Q equal to half, plug it here. And R is a root of the first one. So R is a root of the first one. Q is the root of the second one. Using that, I can get the values of A and B. Very easy question. So put R as -1. I'll get -1 square minus 8A into -1 plus 2A equal to 0. So I will get 10A is equal to -1. A is equal to -1 by 10. And how do I get B? Q is equal to half is a root. So 1 by 2 square plus 12B into 1 by 2 plus 6B is equal to 0. So I'll get 12B is equal to -1 by 4. So B is equal to -1 by 48. Okay. So we want 1 by A minus 10 minus of 1 by B, which will be plus 48. So answer is 38. So 38 is the correct answer. I hope all of you are clear. Shall we move forward? Please, everybody try to solve it. Quick, 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 quick. Everybody. Are you all happy with this? So shall we move forward? Let me know in the chat, people. I want to see some energy. I want to see some energy in the chat. Everybody, please let me know. Quick, 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 quick. Fantastic job, guys. Was it a brilliant question? Did you all like it? Very interesting, nah? So guys, such questions are challenging in exam. I would advise you probably, if you are not able to crack it, leave this, go to some easy question, then come back to it when you have time. Okay, lengthier questions don't break your head initially during the exam. Always look out for easy questions, grab those marks first, then come to these questions. That should be your strategy. Okay, don't ever forget this, very important advice. So yeah, with that, people, shall we go ahead? Everybody, try to solve this. This is an epic question. Jazz, yes Jazz, tell me. Varsha, fantastic. Nihari, Madhu Karthik, absolutely awesome. Venkat, tomorrow is AP, MSET exam results. Okay, I know, man, all the best. I hope you get what you desire. It will go well, don't worry. Okay, very good. How is P plus Q positive 8A? Because Jazz, what is sum of the roots, Jazz? Minus B by A. Minus B by A is the sum of the roots of a quadratic equation. Basics, you have to revise it, okay? So guys, how do you solve this? So first of all, A1 is 1 and we know AN is equal to AN minus 1 plus 2. Guys, this is very simple. What is this? This is nothing but an arithmetic progression because the difference of two consecutive terms is a constant. So the difference of two consecutive terms is a constant. That means it is an AP. So in AP, what is the general term? The general term is first term 1 plus n minus 1 into D. What is D? 2. So the value is 2n minus 1. Correct? So the nth term of an AP is 2n minus 1. Now we got AN. So AN is done. I got it. Now I have to get BN. But BN is not that straightforward. You have to use your brain a little bit. Okay? It is not a very tough question, but yeah, you need to use your brain to a little extent. Got it? So guys, first let's write it as Bn minus 1 is equal to An. Now put values from n equal to 2 all the way up to n equal to n. Okay, so if I put n equal to 2, I'll get what? N equal to 2, if I put what will I get? B2 minus B1 is equal to A2. A2 is what? A2 is 2 into 2 minus 1, 3. And next, n equal to 3. B3 minus B2 is equal to 5. Next, B4 minus B3 is equal to 7. B5 minus B4 is equal to 9. Like that all the way up to Bn minus 1 is equal to An. Nth term will be 2n minus 1. Okay, now add all of them. If I add all of them, I will get these two cancel, these two cancel, these two cancel, these two cancel. So only B1 minus Bn will be left out. Okay, Bn minus B1 will be left out. So that is equal to what? Sum of all of this. What is sum of all of this? 3, 5, 7, 9. Sum of all the odd numbers. Okay, sum of all the odd numbers except 1. Sum of first n odd numbers except 1. What is the sum of first n odd numbers? Guys, what is the sum of first n odd numbers? Do you remember this formula? The sum of first n odd numbers is n square. So we don't have 1. So 1 I should take to the other side. So it's going to be n square minus 1. So that is my answer. I hope all of you are clear. Now what is Bn? Bn is equal to n square minus 1 plus B1. B1 is how much? B1 is 1. So Bn is equal to n square. Very simple. So I got An, I got Bn. Now plug it in, find the answer. So An is what? An is 2n minus 1. Bn is n square from n equal to 1 to 15. So it is nothing but 2n cube minus n square sigma n equal to 1 to 15. So lengthy, na? It is a lengthy question, guys. It's not easy, but yeah, it is quite a lengthy question, I would say. Some of the first 15 squares will be 15 into 16 into 31 by 6. So solve it, get the answer. I hope you are all clear with it. Did you all like it? Was it awesome? How many of you enjoyed this fully? If you guys loved it fully, then please let me know in the chat with a thumbs up, with a yo and a fire in the chat, and then we shall move forward. So shall we go forward? Shall we be faster? So can I discuss it very fast? Is that okay with all of you? If it is okay with all of you, please let me know in the chat, guys. Quick, 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 quick. Because I know tomorrow morning you have exam. So I have to cover these things fast so that you can use these in your exam. Okay? Fantastic. What is the formula for sigma n square? I'll give all the formulas. Sigma n is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Sigma n square is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Sigma n cube is n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square. Okay? And sigma 2n minus 1 is n square. The first n odd numbers. The first n odd numbers. Are you all clear? So shall we move forward? Did you all like it? PDF, I will share it to you guys after the class is over in our Telegram group. So please make sure you join the Telegram group. Sai Rakshita, the paper was moderate to difficult. I would say it was tougher than physics and chemistry for sure. Okay? Perfect. So yeah, with that people, let's go to the next question. I hope all of you are ready. Another epic question. Guys, this came in June shift. Similar question. Very similar question came in June attempt. Again, they have repeated. Very similar question came in June and they have repeated in July. Can you believe that? So everybody try to solve it. Tell me what is the answer over here. Yes, yes, yes. Satya Kumar, I will try to go fast. Harsha, thank you so much. Bindu, awesome. Exactly. Bhavya says option A. Bhavya, absolutely right, Bhavya. You are awesome. So people, A die is rolled and the outcomes are alpha and beta. So what is the total sample space? 36. So we have to calculate favorable outcomes. Okay, what are favorable outcomes? We want this quadratic to be always positive. This is an easy question. See, this question 10 years back would have been a good question. But now every coaching institute, every YouTube channel, they teach you this. You all know that a quadratic equation would be positive. When will a quadratic expression be positive? For all x belonging to real numbers. When your leading coefficient is positive and discriminant is less than 0. So leading coefficient is already positive. So the secondary condition is your discriminant should be negative. Okay. So what is the discriminant? Discriminant is nothing but b square minus 4ac. That should be negative. So alpha square should be less than 4 beta. So how many possibilities are there? Okay, let's count it down. Let's count it down. So let's say alpha is 1. If alpha is 1, beta can be, if alpha is 1, beta can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If alpha is 2, it will be 4. 4 is less than 4 beta. So beta cannot be 1 because it has to be less than. So beta cannot be 1. So it will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, alpha equal to 3. I'll get 9. 9 is less than 4 beta. So you will get beta is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6. Sir, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next will be 4, 5, 6, sir. If you do that, you will get 0. You will get it wrong. Don't rush. What is the hurry? People will do that. I know you guys do that. How many of you did that? How many of you did that in the exam and got -1? You would have done it for sure. I am pretty sure many students will be careless here, and what they'll do is, sir, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, next will be 4, 5, 6. Wrong. When alpha is 4, beta will be 5 and 6 alone. And when alpha is 5, that will be 25. So alpha is 5, nothing will happen. When alpha is 5, nothing will happen. Are you all clear? Did you all like it? Because alpha 5 means 25. 4 into 6 itself is less than 25. So we cannot do anything. So the answer is 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 4, 15, 15 plus 2, 17. 17 favorable out of 36. So 17 by 36. Did you all like it? Was it awesome? So shall we move forward? Everybody happy with it? Great one, nah? Very good, very good. So with that, shall we go to the next question? Everybody. So this is the next question, Laddu question. Guys, this was a gift. Gift to all students. Why it's a gift to all students, guys? It's a very simple question. It's a very, very simple question. You don't have to struggle too much to solve it. Are you all ready? So shall we discuss it? Everybody? Yep. So guys, this is what I said. When you have an exam, look for the easy questions first. So try to capture the easy questions and then solve the tough ones. Okay. So let's see how to solve this question. Listen carefully. So people, I would say graphical approach is the best method. Please don't solve it normally. I know some of you will be like taking intervals, squaring it, solving it. That's not the right way. It will take a lot of time if you do that. Best method is graph. Okay. So graph, you can just plot it from 0 to 2 pi. You can just plot it from 0 to 2 pi because both are periodic functions. Okay. So it's going to repeat. It's going to repeat. So minus 4 pi to plus 4 pi is nothing but how many times this? 4 times this interval. 4 times whatever I get here. Because minus 4 pi to plus 4 pi. So this is plus 4 pi. So whatever I get here, double is 0 to 4 pi. 4 times will be minus 4 pi to plus 4 pi. So let's see what is sin x graph. Sin x graph will be like this. Correct? Very, very easy. This is a graph of sin x. Now, what is modulus of cos x? Modulus of cos x will be always above the x-axis. So, it will be like this. At 2 pi, what will be the value? So, it will be 0, and at pi it will be 1, and 3 pi by 2 it will be 0, right? Correct? Are you all happy with it? Everybody? Then again we will go like this. So, this is a graph of modulus of cos x. Everybody cool? So, how many places do they intersect? 1, 2. So, 0 to 2 pi, they intersect 2 times. 0 to 2 pi, they intersect 2 times. So, 2 pi to 4 pi, again 2 times. Same way in the negative side also. Same way in the negative side also. So, 4 solution on the positive side, 4 solution on the negative side. So, 4 plus 4, 8 solution in totality. So, that is your answer. Did you all like it? Was it epic? Did you all enjoy it? Please let me know in the chat, people. Come on. Everybody. Quick, 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 quick. So, shall we move forward, my dear boys and girls? Are you all happy with this? Very good. Very good. You guys are awesome. So, with that, people, let's go to the next question. Another legendary question. Another legendary question, guys. This is absolutely killer. I will show you how to solve it. Are you all ready? Yes? Fantastic. So, let's see how to solve this. So, we have a triangle ABC. So, we have a triangle ABC. BC is A. So, we will say this is A, B, C. This is A vector, and CA is B vector, and AB is C vector. Okay. Now, the first thing you all should notice is, can I say A vector plus B vector plus C vector is equal to 0? How many of you were able to observe this in the exam? That is the reason why they gave, it's a triangle and you have all the 3 sides given by vectors A, B and C in the correct order. BC is A, CA is B, AB is C. So they gave it in that order because A plus B plus C is 0. Why? Because whenever 3 vectors are representing 3 sides of a triangle in the same order, then obviously their vector sum will be 0. Correct? Very good observation. Now, what do we want? We want to evaluate S1. So guys, S1, can I take B common? Can I take B common? So if I take B common, I'll have A plus C vector cross B minus modulus of C vector is equal to whatever they have given. Okay. Now, what is A plus C vector? A plus C vector is minus B vector. A plus C vector is minus B vector. Now, what is B cross B? B cross B is 0. So, 0 minus modulus of C vector is what we want. So, we want to find out modulus of C vector. So, how do we find out modulus of C vector? How do we find out modulus of C vector? We will take this equation and dot it with C. So, what do we have? We will have A dot C plus B dot C plus C dot C. Correct? Are you all happy with that? Everybody? Come on, guys. Yup. But do you know A dot C? A dot C is not known to us. So instead, what I can do is, I can keep B plus C in one side and A on the other side. Then we can square it. Okay. Then we can square it. If I square it, I will get mod B square plus mod C square plus 2 B dot C is equal to mod A square. So from here, can I get this? Because mod B square we know from here, which is 12. Mod B square is 12. 2 square into root 3 square is 12. Mod C square, I want to find out. B dot C is 12. 2 B dot C is 24. Is equal to mod A square. Mod A square is 6 square into 2, 72. So what is mod C square? Mod C square is equal to 36. So mod C equal to 6. So statement 1 is minus 6. So this is wrong. Statement 1 is actually minus 6. That's the value. So statement 1 is false. Statement 1 is false. Did you all like it? Are you all able to understand it? Everybody cool? Was it legendary? This was an epic question, guys. This was an epic question. Okay. So statement 1 is false. Let's check statement 2. Statement 2, what do we have? Let me erase all of this. I hope you guys have made a note of it. So now let's go to statement 2 and figure out whether it is right or wrong. Okay. So statement 2 is what? Statement 2 is the angle ACB. Angle ACB means this angle theta we have to find out. So I can use cosine rule because I know modulus of A equal to 6 root 2, modulus of B equal to 2 root 3, and I also found out modulus of C is 6. So cosine rule, cos theta is equal to A square plus B square minus C square divided by 2AB. So that is your answer. So that will be what? 72 plus 12, 84 minus 36. 84 minus 36 how much? 48 I guess. 48 divided by 12, 24. 24 root 2 into root 3. So 24 will go 2 times. So 2 by root 2 is root 2. Root 2 by root 3 is equal to cos theta. So theta is cos inverse of root 2 by 3, which is correct. So the answer is option S2 is correct, S1 is false. S1 false, S2 correct. Did you like it? Was it awesome? Did you all like it? Everybody please let me know in the chat. I want you all to be quick. Shall I move forward? Was it a good question? Fantastic. Okay, so with that, let's move forward to the next one, guys. Here we go. This was a legendary question in the first shift. This was a legendary question in first shift. It is not simple. It requires a lot of thinking, and I would say it is one of the toughest questions in the paper because it involves something which everybody will overlook. Okay, this involves something which everybody will overlook. I'll tell you why. Okay, so people, we have a line with slope greater than 1. We don't know the slope. Passing through the point A 4, 3. So A 4, 3. So 4, 3 will be somewhere here. And it intersects this line. Y is equal to x minus 2. Y is equal to x minus 2 means it will be like this. Okay. So this is point A and this is the line y equal to x minus 2. So from point A, I am drawing a line intersecting this at B with a slope greater than 1. See guys, from A, if I draw a slope greater than 1, see this line has slope 1. Theta is 45, right? The line over here has slope as 1. So we want slope more than 1. So the line joining A to B will be having a greater slope than that. So this is your point B. Okay. So the reason why I am doing this is because if A is 4, 3, then B will be having an x coordinate less than 4, having a y coordinate less than 3. This is something which you should remember for this question. It is not that simple. Okay, it has a lot of implication when I solve it. I hope all of you are clear. Did you all like this? Everybody clear with this? Are you all happy? So this is something which you have to keep in mind while solving. Now we know that from A, I am drawing a line with slope theta, let's say slope theta, which is meeting B, and B distance is root 29 by 3. Okay, so the coordinates of B can be written as 4 plus root 29 by 3 cos theta, comma 3 plus root 29 by 3 sin theta. Is that correct? Parametric form. Have you guys studied parametric form? So what is parametric form? I hope all of you are aware. Parametric form means, let us say, you have a line and you have a fixed point on it. And let's say the slope of this line is tan theta. And you want to find, let's say, x comma y. This is your fixed point. This is your unknown point. Then b, x comma y, is given as a plus, let's say this distance is r. It is given as a, that is x comma y, plus r cos theta comma r sin theta. So it will become x plus r cos theta is your x1. I'm sorry, x1 plus r cos theta will be your x. y1 plus r sin theta will be your y. So that is how you do parametric form. Are you all clear? So parametric form is very important to solve this question. I hope all of you are able to understand this. Okay. So if a is x1 comma y1, if you know the slope of this line, m as tan theta, that means it makes theta with the x-axis. Then if b is at a distance of r from a, then b can be found out using a, r and theta. That is what I have written here. Okay. Now b lies on the line x minus y equal to 2. B lies on the line x minus y equal to 2. So x minus y will be what? 1 plus root 29 by 3 cos theta minus sin theta is equal to 2. So now you can solve it. You can square it and solve it. So you take 1 to the other side. Then you'll have 3 by root 29. So you'll have 3 by root 29. Now square it and solve it. So if you square it, what will you get? You will get 1 minus sin 2 theta is equal to 9 by 29. So you will get sin 2 theta is equal to 20 by 29. Yeah. So now what is sin 2 theta? Sin 2 theta is 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta. Now you can solve it, get the value of tan theta. Tan theta is nothing but the value of your slope. So once you get tan theta, you can find out b coordinates. Because after you get tan theta, finding the coordinates of b is very easy. Okay. So guys, can you solve it and tell me what are the values of tan theta that you will get? Can anybody do it, please? Quick. So tan theta value, guys, I guess it comes out to be 2 by 5 and 5 by 2. If I'm not wrong, you guys can check it out and let me know. So the value of tan theta, I guess, will come out to be 2 by 5 and 5 by 2. But 2 by 5 is wrong because slope has to be greater than 1. Okay. So the only value is 5 by 2. So 5 by 2 is tan theta. But we want sin theta and cos theta. So tan theta is 5 by 2. So what is sin theta? What is cos theta? Sin theta is 5 by root 29. Cos theta is 2 by root 29. This is where you're wrong. This is where you're wrong. Okay. This is the legendary part of this question. This is the best part of this question. Why? Actually, sin theta is minus 5 by 29. Cos theta is minus 2 by root 29. Why, sir? Because our b, I told you in the start of the question, it should be having x coordinate lesser than 4. Our y coordinate should be lesser than 3. So cos theta and sin theta must both be negative. That is the tricky part. Okay, that is why I chose this question. I hope you all liked it. Was it legendary? Was it amazing? So shall we move forward? So yes, guys, it is a very lengthy question. Like I said, it was one of the best questions in the papers. So with that, shall we move forward? Let's go to the easier ones. Let's go to the easier ones. So how do you solve this question? So what is the nearest multiple of 7? Nearest multiple of 7 is, let's divide by 7. 2024 by 7 is how much? You will have 2 times and 62, 8 times, 64, 9 times 1 by 7. Okay, so it's nothing but, it's leaving a remainder 1. So 2023 is a multiple of 7. So 2023 plus 1 whole to the power 2024. So obviously it's going to be 7k plus 1. Answer is 1. Very easy question. The remainder is going to be 1. It's an incredibly easy question. It's incredibly easy question. So there are questions like this. There are questions like the previous one. So how you choose questions will matter. Because we are all fighting to get into 95, 96, 97 percentile. So for you guys, your choice of questions matters. That is what I'm trying to help you guys understand. Okay? Did you all like it? This is binomial theorem. I told you in the sure shot, in the mega mock test, we did so many questions on divisibility. Did I tell you it's important? Exactly, you got a question from that. Okay? So shall we move forward, guys? Everybody? So with that, let's go to the next question, which is over here. This is beautiful. Why, sir, beautiful? It is very simple, sir. No, it's a beautiful question. I'll tell you why. Because again, here, many people will make mistake. Again, here, many students will make mistake. You guys tell me what is the answer? You guys tell me what is the answer. Let's see. Everybody, please go for it, guys. Quick, 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 quick. Everybody be quick. I want you all to be lightning fast. Come on, guys, you can do it. Everybody go for it. What is the answer? Everybody will do. I'll tell you what you will do. Sir, 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square 3 pi by 5, sir. Plus iota sine 6 pi by 5. I'll write as 2 sine 3 pi by 5 cos 3 pi by 5, sir. Okay. Then what will you do? You will take 2 cos 3 pi by 5 common. If you take it common, what will you do? You will say, sir, cos 3 pi by 5 plus iota sine 3 pi by 5. Sir, over. Sir, over. This is z equal to r into cos theta plus iota sine theta, sir. So this is r. So this is cos theta plus iota sine theta. Answer 3 pi by 5, sir. You will get 0. You will get 0 if you say that. Why? What is the mistake, sir? The mistake is r must be positive. But here r is negative. Here r is negative. So you have to make this positive. So you can multiply a minus inside and then you can do it. That will be the easiest way. So if I multiply minus, so I can write cos 3 pi by 5. Cos 3 pi by 5 I can write as minus cos 2 pi by 5, correct? I can write as minus cos 2 pi by 5. So I'll write minus cos 2 pi by 5. Now take the minus inside. So I'll have minus and here also minus. Got it? Everybody cool? Are you all happy? Everybody, please let me know, guys. Quick, 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 quick. Yep. Everybody happy with it? So now minus cos 3 pi by 5, I can write as cos 2 pi by 5. Everybody clear with that? Yes, people. Now minus sine of 3 pi by 5 will become sine of minus 3 pi by 5. Got it? And we know sine theta is nothing but sine of pi minus theta. Sine theta is nothing but sine of pi minus theta. Yup. Can we do that? Are you all happy with it? So now can you get the answer? Everybody, please let me know. My dear boys and girls, quick, 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 quick. Or guys, here also you'll have a minus being a problem. The best method I would say is either you can simplify this, of course you will get the answer, or you can directly write cos of 6 pi by 5 as cos of pi plus pi by 5 plus iota sine of pi plus pi by 5. So that will also work. I think that is a better way. So you'll have 1 minus cos pi by 5 plus iota sine pi plus pi by 5 is sine of minus pi by 5. Okay. So now again this will become 2 sine square pi by 10 minus iota 2 sine pi by 10 cos pi by 10. Now you can simplify and solve it, you will get the answer. Okay. Now I can take 2 sine pi by 10 common. So I'll have 2 sine pi by 10. I'll have sine pi by 10 minus iota cos pi by 10. Did you all like it? Are you all happy? Everybody cool? Yes? Are you all done with this? That's about it, guys. As simple as that. Okay? Everybody happy? So shall we proceed to the next one? Very good. So yeah, with that, let's move forward to the next question, which is over here. Binomial theorem, the sum and product of mean and variance. Mean is what? For binomial theorem, NP. Binomial distribution, mean is NP, variance is NPQ. So the sum is equal to how much? 24, and the product NP into NPQ is equal to 128. So you have to find out probability of 1 or 2. That means probability that your random variable is 1 or probability your random variable is 2. So that means P of x equal to 1 plus P of x equal to 2. So it is NC1 P to the power 1 Q to the power n minus 1 plus NC2 P to the power 2 Q to the power n minus 2. So this is what you have to evaluate. So I need to find out what is n, I need to find out what is P, I need to find out what is Q. So for that I need to solve these two equations. So I can say NP common into 1 plus Q is equal to 24. So here you have NP square. So I can write this as NP whole square. Okay. So let's square the second equation also. Let's square the second equation. Now divide it. So I'll get Q by 1 plus Q whole square is equal to 128 by 24 square. So now you can simplify it and you can get it very easily. It's a quadratic in Q. Get Q. Once you get Q, you can find P. Why? Because we know P plus Q is equal to 1. What is P? Probability of success. What is Q? Probability of failure. Success plus failure equal to 1. So once you get Q, P is already there. So then you can find N and then you can finish it off. It's a very simple question. Did you all like it? Everybody, shall we move forward? Are you guys happy? People, please let me know in the chat. Very good, very good. Super people. So with that, let's go to the next one. So this is again a very easy question. I hope you all have done this. So we want to find the locus of center of a circle that touches the circle x square plus y minus 1 whole square equal to 1. So center is at 0, 1. So 0, 1 will be here. Radius is 1. So it will be like this. So our circle touches this and the x-axis. So our circle will touch this and the x-axis. So that is our center alpha, beta. So they are touching externally. If they are touching externally, we know that C1, C2 is equal to R1 plus R2. So C1, C2 will be what? Square root of alpha square plus beta minus 1 the whole square is equal to radius R1 is 1. R2 is how much? R2 is nothing but, since it's touching the y-axis, touching the x-axis, the radius and beta are equal. Since it's touching the x-axis, radius will be equal to modulus of y-coordinate. So it will be equal to beta. Now square it and solve it. So if I square it, I'll get 1 alpha square plus beta square plus 1 minus 2 beta is equal to 1 plus beta square plus 2 beta. So beta square 1 will get cancelled. So I'll get alpha square equal to 4 beta. So the locus is x square equal to 4y. So it's a parabola. Actually this is a property, guys. You are supposed to remember this. So alpha square equal to 4 beta. That means x square equal to 4y. That's a parabola. Okay. So x square equal to 4y is a parabola. Let's draw that. So that parabola will be looking like this. Okay. So now that parabola and the line y equal to 4. We want to find this area. We want to find this area. Y equal to 4 and the parabola x square is equal to 4y. So we can do twice of integral. Where do they meet? They meet from 0 to, where do they meet? They meet at 4. So 0 to 4, above function minus below function. So do this and get the answer. Very easy, guys. Please complete it. Okay. Please complete it. Everybody. Are you all clear? Shall I move forward? Did you all enjoy it, my dear boys and girls? Please let me know in the chat. Quick, 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 quick. So that's about it. The answer will come out to be 64/3. I am sure you guys can do it. Now coming to shift 2. So shift 2 questions. Shift 1 is over. I have discussed some of the best questions which came in your exam. I hope all of you got some clarity, some idea about the level of the exam. So now prepare accordingly and give it your best. Let's go to shift 2 now. Shift 2, this was a very interesting question, but again doable. So sine theta can be written as cos of pi by 2 minus what? So this is going to be sine of pi by 2 minus, can you guys help me here? What will be the value? Sine pi by 22 is equal to sine of pi by 2 minus some value. So theta is equal to pi by 2 minus pi by 22, which will be equal to 10 pi by 22. Is that right? Is that right, people? So can I say this is 10 pi by 22? And this will be cos of pi by 2 minus 3 pi by 22. So it will be 8 pi by 22. Next will be cos of, this will be what? 6 pi by 22. Next will be cos of 4 pi by 22. And next will be cos of 2 pi by 22. Did you all like it? I changed everything from sine to cos. I changed everything from sine to cos. Okay? Are you all clear? So this will be what? 10 and 22. It will become 5 pi by 11. Then this will be cos of 4 pi by 11. Then this will be cos of 3 pi by 11. Then this will be cos of 2 pi by 11. And this will be cos of pi by 11. So cos pi by 11, 2 pi by 11, 4 pi by 11, great. But these two are problematic. But I can reduce it. Cos 5 pi by 11 is minus cos, I can change it as what? 6 pi by 11. Is that right, people? Everybody happy with that? Are you all cool? Yes. Everybody please let me know. Quickly, quickly, quickly. And similarly, cos 3 pi by 11, I can write it as cos of 8 pi by 11 with a minus sign. So minus and minus will become plus. Legendary, na? Legendary, na? So now can you guys finish it off? So now 6 pi by 11, I can also write it as cos of 6 pi by 11, I can also write it as what? Can you guys help me here? Cos of 6 pi by 11, I can also write it as minus of cos 16 pi by 11. Is that right? How, sir? This is cos of pi minus 5 pi by 11. This is cos of pi plus 5 pi by 11. So it will be plus only, right? See, cos of pi minus 5 pi by 11 is equal to cos of pi plus 5 pi by 11. Okay? Everybody clear? So cos of 6 pi by 11 is equal to cos of 16 pi by 11. So cos of 16 pi by 11, I can write it as, sir, why are you doing all this? I will tell you. So cos 16 pi by 11, this is cos 8 pi by 11, then cos 4 pi by 11, then cos 2 pi by 11, then cos pi by 11. So it is cos theta, 2 theta, 4 theta, 8 theta, 16 theta. So I can use that formula. How many of you remember that formula? Such an important formula. I hope you all remember it. cos theta into cos 2 theta into cos 2 square theta all the way up to cos of 2 to the power n minus 1 theta is equal to sin 2 to the power n theta by 2 to the power n sin theta. So how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be sin 2 to the power 5 pi by 11 divided by 2 to the power 5 sin pi by 11. So that is going to be 32. 32 pi by 11 can be written as 33 pi by 11 minus pi by 11. So it is going to be 3 pi minus pi by 11. 3 pi minus pi by 11 is what? Sine of 3 pi minus theta. Sine of 3 pi is pi, 2 pi, 3 pi minus theta is second quadrant. So 3 pi minus theta sine will be just sine theta. So pi by 11 cancel. Answer is 1 by 32. So 1 by 32 is the answer. Legendary. Did you all like it? Was it awesome? Are you all happy with it? So shall we proceed to the next one, guys? Quick. Yes. Fantastico. So let's go to the next one. This is a very simple question. Standard. This is a very standard question. I am sure all of you must have done it. So guys, what is the difference between these two? The difference of these two is 4. So I will divide by 4 and I will multiply by 4. Okay. And then I have 4n minus 3 into 4n plus 1. Now I will write the 4 in the numerator as 4n plus 1 minus 4n minus 3. So when I do that, it will become method of differences. It will become method of differences. It's a very simple question. It will become 1 by 4n minus 3 minus 1 by 4n plus 1. Now when you plug in these values, only first and the last term will remain. So it will become 3 by 4 into 1 by 1 minus 1 by 85. I think only that will remain. Everything else will get cancelled. So what is the answer? It is 3 by 4 into 84 by 85. So I think it is 63 by 85. That's your answer. The answer is 63 by 85. All those who got 63 by 85, you guys are right. How many of you got this question? Did you all like it? Everybody, please let me know quickly. Shall I move forward? Great. Fantastic people. With that, let's go to the next question. Next question is Laddu Max. It's a very simple question. Okay. Why? Because this is already divisible by 3. 1011 is a multiple of 3. 3 to the power 11 is obviously divisible by 9. So second term, you don't even have to worry. You should worry only about the first term. You should worry only about the first term. So first term is what? First term is 9 plus 2 whole to the power 1011. So the remainder will be 2 to the power 1011 because everything else will be divisible by 9. So this is my target. So 2 to the power 1011, I can write as 2 to the power 3 raised to the power 337. So it is going to be 8 to the power 337, which is going to be 9 minus 1 to the power 337, which is going to be minus 1 remainder. So minus 1 remainder means what? Answer is 8 because remainder cannot be negative. So minus 1, I will add 9 and subtract 9. So it will become 8 minus 9, and already we have a multiple of 9 before. So we will combine this 9 over here. So the remainder will be 8. So 8 is the answer for this question. I hope you all liked it. Okay. I don't care about the second term because second term is already divisible by 9. I will check only the first term. First term also 11 can be written as 9 plus 2 to the power 1011. 9 plus 2, when I expand binomial theorem, only the last term I have to worry about. Only the last term. Everything else will be divisible by 9. So last term I rewrite in this format. 2 power 1011 can be written as 2 power 3 into 337. 2 power 3 is 8. 8 I can write as 9 minus 1. And then I solved it. Are you all clear? Did you all like it? Was it epic? Good question. Fantastic, guys. So yeah, with that, let's move to the next one. Another legendary question. It just looks scary, but it's a very simple question, guys. Another epic question. I hope you all have solved it. So here you have 50 numbers, right? Yeah, 50 numbers, and here also you have 50 numbers. Okay. Now f of 3 should be greater than or equal to f of 5, should be greater than or equal to f of 7, like that, should be greater than or equal to f of 99. And it should be bijective also. Bijective means it should be 1 to 1. Correct? It should be 1 to 1 and on to. So everything should be taken. Everything should be taken. Got it? So we have 49 such numbers. So from 50, I will choose 49 and I can arrange in this order in only one way. From 50 in the codomain, I will choose 49 and I can arrange them in only one way in this fashion. Got it? Everybody clear? So 50C49 and the last one, f of 1. F of 1 can be chosen only in one way. Why? Because 49 is already gone. Only 1 will be left out. So f of 1 has only one way. So answer is 50C49, which is 50C1. It's a very, very easy question. Just looks scary. Okay. So shall we move forward? Everybody? Are you all clear, people? Please let me know quick. Great. So with that, let's go to the next question. The next question is over here. Very simple question. What is P of A dash by B? P of A dash by B is P of A dash intersection B by P of B plus P of B dash intersection A divided by P of A. So what is A dash intersection B? So when you have Venn diagram, A dash is outside A. A dash intersection B will be this area. So what is A dash intersection B? It is P of B minus P of A intersection B. So similarly over here, B dash intersection A. What is B dash intersection A? It will be this region. So that is nothing but P of A minus P of A intersection B. That's it. You have everything. P of A, P of B, P of A union B. So what is A intersection B? We know P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So P of A intersection B is how much? It's 8 by 15 minus 1 by 2. So that will be 1 by 30. So I got A intersection B. So I know this, 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 I know this. So everything is there. P of B is 1 by 5. P of A intersection B is 1 by 30. P of B is 1 by 5. Again P of A is 1 by 3. P of A intersection B is 1 by 30. P of A is again 1 by 3. Over. Are you all clear? Everybody happy with that? Everybody cool? Selva, how 49 in the previous question? 3, 5, 7 till 99. So leaving one you have now, Selva. See, totally 50 terms. So without 1, 49. That's how, okay? So to choose all of these functional values from the codomain, from 50, I have to choose 49. That's what I said, okay? I hope you understood it, Selva. With that, we shall move forward to the next question. Come on, guys. Last 3 questions, okay? Last 3 questions. After this, Shreyas sir will come. So please do wait for your physics discussion as well, okay? So now, how do you solve this question? So first of all, I can write cos x plus sin x. I can write it as root 2 into 1 by root 2 cos x plus 1 by root 2 sin x whole to the power 7 divided by root 2 into 1 minus sin 2x. Is that all right? Everybody cool? So now, what is root 2 power 7? Root 2 power 7 is 8 root 2. Okay, so 8 root 2 I can take common by root 2, so it will become 8. So 8 into 1 minus, what is this? Cos 45 cos x plus sin 45 sin x. So it is cos of x minus pi by 4 whole to the power 7 divided by 1 minus sine 2x. Limit x tending to pi by 4. So now I will write x as pi by 4 minus h. So pi by 4, x minus pi by 4 will become h. And 2x will become pi by 2 minus 2h. So sine of 2x will be sine of pi by 2 minus 2h, which will be cos 2h. Okay. So now you guys can solve it. It's a very simple question. Please try to do it, guys. Everybody. Okay. Are you all cool with that? Everybody. So here I'll put h tending to 0. Is that fine? Everybody happy with this? Great. Guys, the power 7 is only for cos. Right? I hope that's correct. Yeah. Power 7 is only for cos, not for the whole thing. Now you can use simplifying and you can finish it off. It is not a very tough question. So guys, can you all do it? Are you all okay? Everybody is cool with this? Yup. So now how do you solve it? You can use your standard limits. Okay. So you can write 1 minus cos h power 7. You can write as 1 minus cos h into 1 plus cos h plus cos square h all the way up to cos to the power 6h divided by this 1 minus cos h, cos 2h I have. So I have to divide by h square, multiply by h square. Now for this, I can combine with this. What is 1 minus cos h? It is 2 sine square h by 2. So I'll multiply by 4, divide by 4. Now what I'll combine is, I'll combine this and this. It will become 1. Now 1 minus cos 2h is 2 sine square h. So this will become 1. Correct? So I'll have 8. This 2 and 4 will cancel. 8 by 2 into 7 divided by 2. So answer is 14. So 14 is the answer for this. I hope you all liked it. Are you all clear? Okay. So guys, 14 is the answer for this question. Yes, it is a bit cumbersome, but yeah, this is a good question. Easy, not so difficult, just lengthy, just cumbersome. Okay. So with that, people, shall we go to the next question? Another epic question. So people, this is greatest integer function, x square minus 2x. So what is the graph of x square minus 2x? So graph of x square minus 2x, if you plot it, the roots are 0 and 2. Correct? The roots are 0 and 2. And the minimum value occurs at minus b by 2a, which is minus of minus 2 by 2 into 1. So the minimum value occurs at 1. And at 1, what is the value? At 1, the value is 1 square minus 2 into 1, which is 1. Minus 1. So the value at 1 is minus 1. Correct? But we want in this domain 5 by 4 to 2. We want 5 by 4 to 2. So in this domain, what are the values taken? These are the values taken. So between 5 by 4 to 2, my function x square minus 2x is always between 0 and minus 1. It is between 0 and minus 1. Correct? It is always between 0 and minus 1. You see, in this portion, it is above minus 1, below 0. Correct? It is equal to 0 at 2, but everywhere it is below 0 and above minus 1. So, what is GIF of x square minus 2x? It will always be minus 1. So, this whole thing is always minus 1 for this interval. That is the beauty of this question. Okay? That is the beauty of this question. This is always minus 1. So, minus 1 plus mod of 5x minus 7. So, mod of 5x minus 7, how will you draw? At x equal to 7 by 5, which is beyond 1. At x equal to 7 by 5, it is 0. Okay? At x equal to 7 by 5, it is 0. So, 5 by 4 is here. 5 by 4 is somewhere here. And 2 will be somewhere here. So, clearly you can see minimum value will be at 7 by 5. Minimum value will be at x equal to 7 by 5 because that's the lowest. And maximum value will be at x equal to 2. Just put x equal to 7 by 5, minimum value will be minus 1. Put x equal to 2, maximum value will be 2. So maximum is 2, minimum is -1. I hope you guys got it. Was it awesome? Did you all like it? Are you all clear with this? So shall I move forward to the next one? Everybody clear? Perfect. So the next question, the last question for the day for maths is over here. Another epic question, guys. Okay. Epic question, very easy. You can use it by applying your common sense. Okay. So x cube means when x is minus infinity, it will be minus infinity. When x is plus infinity, it will be plus infinity. And at 0, the value is what? At 0, the value is 1. So at 0, the value is 1. So how can the graph go? It has only one real root. So it's already above the x-axis here. So the real root must be in the negative side. Correct? The real root must be in the negative side. Pakka? Only then it can go like that, right? Because they said it has only one real root. Already it is minus infinity. Here it's positive. So obviously between minus infinity to 0, there should be one root. Got it? Are you all clear? Perfect. So now, where does that root come? We want to understand. So we are given one more information. P is less than Q. So let's find out what is the value at -1. What is f of -1? F of -1 is -1 plus P minus Q plus 1. So it is P minus Q. What is P minus Q? P minus Q is negative. So P minus Q is negative. So f of -1 is negative. So the root should come after -1 before 0. So the root lies between after -1 and before 0. So that is the interval. I hope you liked it. It was a very good question. Okay. So that's about it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. With that, we shall pass it on to Shreyas sir. I hope Shreyas sir is ready. I will switch the stage. I will share the stage to Shreyas sir. Now he'll come and he'll solve your physics questions. So take care, guys. All the best for all those who are writing tomorrow. Love you all. Good night. Take care.
Hello my warriors, can you guys see me as well as hear me? Let me know in the chat box. Hello Praveen, hi Sai, Ragwa, Sudeep, Shruti, Sid YT, Sriram, Mahesh, Nalla. Guys, can you see me? Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Do let me know. Hi Shri Harshita, hello Mahesh, hi Mohammad Rafiq. Welcome. Yes Pranav, alrighty, looks like I am audible after all. Great, great, great. So let's begin with the physics discussion. Let's not waste more time. Okay, even I am very tired from morning till evening, guys. A lot of students have been giving all the questions based on the memory, and a lot of teachers have been tirelessly working behind your scenes. So it's time now finally to discuss the 25th July shift 1 important questions in physics. So make sure that you please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button, not for me but for all the students and for all the team behind us who work tirelessly day in day out for you. And let me also tell you, you will get the PDF of all the other questions also what we have collected in the Telegram channel. So if you are not a part of Telegram channel yet, make sure you check it out. Those students who are confident from the today's paper that yes sir, I think we are going to do well, I think I'm going to get 97, 98, 99 percentile. Well, then that's what you do. You go to Eklavya. Eklavya is the JEE Advanced program for all of you. It's a free of cost program. Make sure you scan this link or just search for Vedantu Eklavya. There is a link also in the description box. Make sure you register for the final leg of JEE Advanced preparation with the top teachers who have been producing ranks. This is the batch which will help you boost your JEE Advanced score. Alright, so let's begin. Thank you Lingeshwaran, thank you Dontula, hi Sudeep, hi Mahesh, hi Pinkyu. Thank you guys for smashing the like button already. So let's begin with the class. So this is one question where you had a monoatomic gas Remember, I'm doing all the important top-notch questions which you need to practice. You should know this session is open for NEET students, this is open for 12th students, passing out students, even for 11th standard students. So there is a gas which is expanded isothermally, then to double its initial volume, then it is expanded adiabatically to double its volume again. Find the final pressure. Okay, let's take it step by step. You take this ideal gas, expand it isothermally. So initially the pressure is P, the volume is V. So if you expand it isothermally and you are doubling its volume, so if you are doubling its volume, what will happen to the pressure? Pressure into volume is constant in case of isothermal process. So the volume doubles, the pressure has no other choice but to become half. Right? That's the first part. Now let's go to the second part. Now the second part, you are doing adiabatic expansion to double the volume. So if you do adiabatic expansion and again double this volume, so this 2V is just going to become 4 times of V. So the question will be, what will be the new pressure? Let's say I call it just P1. So I think we should use PV raised to gamma is constant. Clearly it is mentioned over here that this is a monoatomic ideal gas. So the moment it is monoatomic ideal gas, the value of gamma will be nothing but 5/3. So just use PV raised to gamma is constant. So P/2 into 2V whole raised to gamma, which is nothing but 5/3, is equal to the new pressure P1 into 4V whole raised to 5/3. I just want P1. So P1 will be P/2 comes over here as it is. 2V and 4V, that VV cancels and 2 cancels. So I'm just left with 1/2 whole raised to 5/3. Now just have to substitute the value of the original pressure, which was 2 into 10 to the power 7, the whole thing divided by 2 into, here you will have just 2 raised to 5/3. This 2 cancels. You can just do the math of this and you shall get 3.15 into 10 to the power 8. Is that okay, guys? So this is going to give you this as the answer. How many of you got this as the answer? Let me know in the chat box. And if you had this question in the your shift, then make sure that you let me know. And I don't know whether it was a integer type or whether it was an objective type. So well, this is what is based completely on memory. Okay, it might be similar, maybe some values might have changed. Has the video stopped? Has the video stopped by any chance? Please don't say that. Don't scare me, guys. Wait a second. Let me just check. Got it? One second, guys. Let me just check if the video is running. Yep, the video is running. Yep, it is running. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so there are 3 particles of mass. 3 particles of mass, 100 kg and a straight line. Distance between them is this much, 13 meters. Another point which has 100 kg mass placed on the perpendicular bisector, find the net force. Okay, so the logic for this question is, you have 3 masses, A, B and C. Now the separation between them is 13 meters each. This is also 13 meters. This is also 13 meters. This is your A mass. This is your B mass. This is your C mass. Now you have on the perpendicular bisector, you have another mass. This is also 13 meters. And here you have placed that point mass P. Okay, so the question is, what is the net force in terms of the gravitational constant? Great. So what do we do in this question? First of all, realize that all the 3 masses will obviously attract each other. So there will be one force like this. There will be one force like this. And there will be another force from there like this. Now, these 2 forces will be equal. Let's say I call this F1 and F1. This force I will call it as F2. This F1 will also have 2 components. And oops, one second. This F1 will also have 2 components. One component will be here and the other component will be like this. And this F1 will also have one component here and other component like this. Now you can see these two components are basically cancelling out each other, whereas this vertical component and F2 will add each other. Hence, if I have to write down the net force will be nothing but the F2 force because of the B. The F2 force is because of that B part, and we will also have F1 and F1's Y component, So F1 forces Y component because of A as well as C, because of A as well as C, and that is why I'm just going to multiply 2 times, because this and this forces are equal, so their forces will add twice. So 2 times you have to take it into account. Now the force due to B will be nothing but G into mm, that is 100 into 100, 100 into 100 divided by distance, which is 13 square, plus 2 times the force, that will be G again, and 100 square divided by the distance. Oh, but I have to take the component. I will take care of that as well. But what is this distance? First think about that. What will be this distance? What will be this distance? If this is 13, this is 13, then what will be these distances? These distances will be root 2 times of 13, correct? 13 square plus 13 square is 2 times of 13 square. Root of that will be 13 root 2. Great. So this will be nothing but 13 square into 2 when you square in the denominator. Now the last part is obviously taking the component, Y component. So Y component will be basically cos 45. So it's nothing but cos 45, or you can also take sin 45, which is nothing but 1 by root 2. Now you solve this because you can see many things are common, like 100 square is 10 to the power 4, you have G, you have 13 square, and you also will get from here 1 plus this 2 will cancel, and you will have 1 by root 2. Solving this approximately, you are going to get the answer as 101 G. Just check this out. Solving this approximately, you get the answer as 101 G. Everybody with me on this? Everybody with me on this? So the concept was on vector resolution. There are 2 forces equal on A and C. Because of A and C, these 2 forces have 2 components. The X components cancel, the Y components add, along with this original force of F2 because of B. So this force and 2 times of each of their components. So that's why I have to multiply by cos 45. That's all. Moving on to the next one. Yep, very good Pinky, very good Ram. Awesomeness Adya. Moving on to the next one. Very good guys, keep it up. So 2 square loops, this is a previous year question actually. We have done this in our regular problem solving series of EMI, I remember. And the question is, what is the coefficient of mutual inductance? Let's try to understand how to solve this question, because it's a standard kind of a question. First of all, what you do is draw a big square whose side length is L, and at the center you try to find the field. Reason being, at the center a small loop is kept of side length L. A small loop is kept of side length L. So first we need to figure out what is the field at the center. In order to find that field, try to think, if the current passes through this loop like this, there will be magnetic field due to each side. So I need to first find the field due to any one such side and then multiply it by 4 to find the net field. Only then I can find the flux, only then I can find the mutual inductance. That is the standard procedure. So the net field at the center will be 4 times the field due to one side, and the field due to any one side will be nothing but mu naught I by 4 pi r. Let's figure out what this r is now. R is nothing but the distance of that side from the center. If this is L or this is L, this is R, which is nothing but L by 2. So R is nothing but L by 2. And the second thing that you should realize is, if you join the endpoints, the angles that are made over here are 45 degrees each. So alpha and beta comes over here if you recollect. So you will have sine 45 plus sine 45. That is what you are going to get. This is the magnetic field. Once you get the magnetic field, guys, you can find the flux in the smaller coil. That will be nothing but B into area, and that area is nothing but L square. So once you do that, you will see phi will be something into I. That something is your mutual inductance. Everything will be solved very easily. Just substitute that and you are going to get the answer. I think I might have put the solution as well over here. Yes, so the mutual inductance comes out as 2 root 2 mu naught L square by pi L. I'm not solving this right now because I just want you to give the ideas of all the problems. but I'm pretty sure you are very much capable of doing all of this. Yep. So sine 45 are the angles subtended by the ends of the two things at the center. So that's why sine 45 comes. And you have multiplied by 4 because there are 4 sides and the distance of the center from the side is L by 2. And you multiply by the area because that's how you get flux. Flux is mutual inductance into I. So that constants become mutual inductance. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. Alright. So here is the next one. I think it is based on work kinetic energy theorem. So velocity is given and the distance, the positions are given. Find the work done is asked. So the work done as per kinetic energy theorem is final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. So I think I need to put half into mass into velocity at x equals to 2 minus square minus velocity at x equals to 0 square. So let's try this out. Half m is nothing but 0.5. So 0.5 divided by 2, the whole thing into velocity at x equals to 2. Just put x is equal to 2 over here. So it will become 3 into 2 square plus 4. Square this because this is final velocity square minus put x equals to 0. So 3 into 0 square plus 4 the whole square. So this is what you need to do. And I think you will get the answer after this. 0.5 by 2 is nothing but 1 by 4. And here you will have 2 square is 4. 4 3s are 12. 12 plus 4 16. 16 square guys is 256 minus this is 0. 4 square is nothing but 16. So I think I'll be left with 240 divided by 4 which is nothing but 60 joules. Just check this out. That's the answer. So completely based on work kinetic energy theorem, no need of derivatives or integration. Just substitute the value of x to find the final as well as initial speeds. If you miss the squares, you will definitely get a completely different or a wrong answer. Moving on to the next one. All right. This question also had told you that, come on my warriors, I mean like you have to remember that formula of acceleration is g sine theta upon 1 plus k square by r square. We just did it in the sure shot series. So if you have any kind of wheel which is accelerating downwards, so the acceleration remember was g sine theta upon 1 plus k square by r square. And the question is find the speed of the center of mass ratio. So when they arrive below, so v square is u square plus 2a into s. So indirectly v is proportional to root of acceleration. That means since acceleration is proportional to this and g is same, sine theta is same, velocity is indirectly proportional to 1 by root of 1 plus k square by r square. So this is what I get. Velocity is inversely proportional to this because acceleration is proportional to this whole thing and velocity is proportional to the root of the acceleration. So root comes below. So let's try this out now. So velocity of the solid cylinder upon velocity of the solid sphere will be directly proportional to, or sorry, inversely proportional to the root of 1 plus k square by r square. So here at the bottom I should put for the solid cylinder. So root of 1 plus the k square by r square term. If you get confused, just think k square by r square is nothing but that factor which comes in the moment of inertia. So if you talk about solid cylinder, the moment of inertia formula is mr square by 2. So basically that k square by r square is just going to be 1 by 2 for a solid cylinder. K square by r square is just going to be nothing but 1 by 2. Everybody with me on this? Everybody with me on this, guys? Come on. Everybody? Yep. So this is something which you should be very, very aware of. So I'll just put 1 by 2 over here, and over here the velocity of solid sphere will be inversely proportional to 1 plus k square by r square for the solid sphere. For the solid sphere, the moment of inertia is 2 by 5 mr square. So that factor, that k square by r square is basically 2 by 5. So just put 1 plus 2 by 5 over here. Rest everything is just going to follow. So 5 plus 2 is 7. So 7 by 5, and this will be 3 by 2. So this will be nothing but 7 2s are 14, 3 5s are 15. That is the answer. Root of 14 by 15. Just check this out. Root of 14 by 15. That's how you get it. Yep. There you go. So this is something which you should know, that whenever that acceleration formula is there, this is basically that factor which you get in moment of inertia. Like for solid sphere, it is half. For solid sphere, it is 2 by 5. For a disk, it is half. That multiplying factor with mr square. That's what it stands for. Moving on to the next one. Which gate is this? Hello, Uma Maheshwari. Yep, Vedantu ship. I hope it is cruising very nicely. Is there any chance of questions repeating again? A lot of questions get repeated, definitely. Yep. Great. All right. So moving on to the next one, guys. Which logic gate is this? So actually speaking, this is directly there in HC Verma. The diagram is there. If the gates are this way, then it is AND. If the gates are, if the diodes are facing that way, then it becomes an OR gate, and so on and so forth. So the logic behind that is, if by chance this is 0, this is 0, or this is 0, or this is 1, or this is 1, or this is 0, basically any one is 0, at least any one of them is 0, then basically it's a low signal which is false. Then the voltage at that point becomes 0 volts. If the voltage at that point becomes 0 volts, see, this is ground, this is a battery. So what happens is the current from the battery starts flowing. Wherever the voltage is 0 volts, you will see the current will flow in that particular path. The current will flow wherever the voltage is 0. If it is 0 at both the places, current will find a forward bias path. This will become a forward bias path, and that's how the current will flow. And the moment the current flows through this diode, you will see there is hardly any voltage drop across the diode. It's a good diode. So if there is 0 volts over here, this point will also be very low voltage, and because of that, this Y will also come out to be a low voltage over here. So 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1 will give you a low output. That means it will also give you 0 over here. That is the logic behind it. Now, by chance, both are 1. If both are 1, that means both are highs. That means if both are highs, what does it mean, guys? If both are highs, that means both have high voltage. That means 5 volts. Both are 5 volts. This is high potential. You will see in this battery, if you go across this battery, there will be some small drop across this resistance. So this will be, let's say, 4.8 volts or 4.9 volts. But this point over here is high. That means plus 5 volts. So this is high voltage. This is slightly less than 5. So this is going to be in reverse bias. The moment it goes in reverse bias, there is no conducting path. There is no conducting path. The current has nowhere to go. There is no flow. So there is no flow of current. If there is no flow of current, then if this is 0 volts, this is 5 volts. There is no voltage drop here. Even this will become plus 5 volts. That means it's becoming a high. That means it is 1. So you will see when both are 1, then the output is 1. Hence you will see it's an AND gate. It's an AND gate. Okay, this is the logic behind the working of diodes as logic gates. So it's all about when you make it conducting in forward bias or non-conducting in reverse bias, how the voltages come up on the other side. Isn't it a beautiful concept, guys? Okay, in case you had not understood it before, I hope you have understood it right now. Next question coming up on your screen. If the volume of a system is increased at constant pressure, the internal energy of the system, come on guys, the chat box should be active. Where are you? I hope you guys are there, and show some Josh in the chat box. Tell me yes, no, yes sir, understood, not understood sir, okay I have seen this sir in HC Verma, okay I did not know it before, I need to know you guys. Alright, so if the volume of the system is increased at constant pressure, that means pressure is constant. So if volume is changed, so volume will be directly proportional to the temperature because P is constant. And as soon as volume increases, temperature increases. If temperature increases, internal energy also increases because U is equal to NCV T. So if T increases, U also increases. Hence the answer is option A. Is CSE better or aeronautics? Sri Harshita Balsani, both are very good branches. It's up to you. If you are meant to be into aeronautics, then aeronautics is good for you. Don't follow the sheep mentality, like, or don't have the cheap mentality. Oh, he's also going for computer science. Oh, he's also going to US. I also need to go to US. If I go to US and do computer science, then my life is set. After taking computer science, do you know how much competition is there? If you're not good at coding, if you're not good with algorithms, if you're not good with this, logics and all, then you suffer mental breakdowns, because there are so many good coders, so many good people, and every day new languages, every day new algorithms, every day new sciences keep coming. So if you're good at it, then go for it. If you're not good at it, don't go for it. Don't force yourself into something, bacha. Okay, moving on to the next one coming up on your screen. Here it comes. The ratio F1 by F2 is 1:x, then find the value of x. Then the net force is 0 if what is the value of x? Acha, they're completely based on equilibrium and resolution. This kind of question also came in the second shift, but the second shift question was much easier. I'm not solving the second shift, this is the first shift question, but similar one came, it was much simpler. So first of all, resolve this. So this will be obviously 2 by root 2. This will be also 2 by root 2. Resolve this 1 Newton also. This will be 1 by root 2 and this will be 1 by root 2. Now it's just matter of equating the x forces and the y forces. If you look at the x forces, left side there is 2 by root 2 will balance F1 and also 1 by root 2. So take that 1 by root 2 on the other side. So therefore F1 will be 2 minus 1 by root 2, which is nothing but 1 by root 2. Great. Now let's talk about the y direction. Let's talk about the vertical direction. F2 is there below. So F2 below is going to balance. You can see there is this force's vertical component, that's going to be 2 by root 2 plus this force's vertical component, that is also 1 by root 2, which is nothing but 3 by root 2. As per the question, we want to find F1 by F2. So F1 by F2 will be 1 by root 2 divided by 3 by root 2. So it is 1 by 3. So x is nothing but 3. So the value of x is nothing but 3. See this, if you guys got it. Yep. Everybody with me on this? Awesome. Option A is correct. Is CSE better than I was knowing this, Lokeshwari. Somebody will ask, sir, is CSE better than mechanical? Is mechanical better than civil? Is civil better than aeronautics? Okay, I'll give you a student example. My student who had got All India rank less than 100. Guess which branch he took? All India rank JEE Advanced less than 100. Which branch did he take? Which branch did he take? Come on guys, take a guess. Take a guess. Which branch did he take? All India rank less than 100. Computer science? Aeronautics? Metallurgy? Mechanical? Electronics? Which branch do you think he took? Much less than 100. In fact, it was less than 70 rank. So he took computer science. Like, sir, so surprising. I knew this. Obviously, we'll take computer science. But then he realized, yeah, he took computer science, IIT Bombay. Then he realized, what nonsense I'm doing. What stupidity. Just because all top rankers take computer science, I'm taking computer science. He changed the branch after 1 year. Can you believe that? He changed the branch from computer science to aeronautical engineering. And he's like, I like aeronautical engineering, so I'm taking it. Everybody was shocked, but that's how people are. There was another student of mine, he had All India rank 90s or something. He took IIT Bombay metallurgical engineering because he loved metallurgy. So every branch is good. It's just your mindset or just your problem with many of the other people who try to influence you. Oh, no, you have to go with computer science only. Nothing like that. Go with whatever you like. Computer science is obviously a very good field, evergreen field. It's not going to die. It has a lot of scope. So as metallurgy, or so does, mechanical or any other field. Don't worry about it. Moving on to the next one. Two positively charged particles, A and B, having same kinetic energy, move inside a transverse uniform field. The ratio of the radius of the path of the charge A to that of B is this much, while mass is this much. The ratio of the charge on the particle. Okay, that's the question. Let's try to do this. First of all, two positively charged particles have the same kinetic energy. Interesting. So the question is to find the ratio of the charge. So radius is nothing but mv by qb. We all know this. Mass into velocity is momentum. Great. Momentum is nothing but root of 2 times mass kinetic energy by q into b. Great. And we have to find the ratio of the charge. So if I bring q over here, q will be nothing but root of 2 times mk divided by radius times b. So in order to find the ratio of the charge, I can just take the ratio of other things. So qa by qb, let's see this. Mass has some ratio, yes. Mass of A by mass of B. Kinetic energy is same kinetic energy, so don't worry about it. Magnetic field obviously same. Radius is different. It is in fact inversely proportional to radius, so it will be RA by RB like this. In fact, RB by RA. Now what is the ratio of the mass? You can check it out. The mass ratio is 4 by 9 and the radius ratio is 3 by 5, or RB by RA will be 5 by 3. So this will be nothing but 2 by 3 into 5 by 3. So this will be nothing but 10 by 9. Just check that out. 10 by 9 is the answer. Everybody with me on this? Awesome. Clearo. Amazingo. So it's all about how you modify the initial expression to make it simple. Else you will keep playing around with this expression. And I have told you in the sure shot and even in the mock test. Guys, this is standard. It will come. I have told you, sure shot, radius of a particle going in a circular path in magnetic field. Common question. And that too, they will play around with momentum or kinetic energy or de Broglie wavelength. Standard set of questions. Moving on to the next one. Hello, Bobby. Very good, Chitam. Awesome. Awesome, Sri Harshita. Let's go on. Yes, Jazz. The shown circuit, what is the value of V0? I think there are 3 batteries given in parallel. You just need to find the equivalent. Because if this is 0, this point will have the equivalent EMF. The equivalent EMF. If this is 0, that is the equivalent EMF. You can replace all of them with one single battery. E effective equivalent battery. This will be 0 volts. So this will be nothing but V0. So the way of finding the effective voltage is for parallel E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus E3 by R3 whole thing upon 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. That's the formula. So E1 is nothing but 2 divided by R1 is 10 to the power 3 plus 4 by 10 to the power 3 plus the third E is 6 by R3 which is 10 to the power 3, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. I hope you can see 10 to the power 3 cancels out everywhere. So I'm just left with 2 plus 4 plus 6, whole thing divided by 1 plus 1 plus 1, 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 2, 12, divided by 3 which is nothing but 4 volts. That's the answer, guys. You just had to find out equivalent EMF. Direct formula of equivalent batteries in parallel. Similarly, you should know for series as well. That's all. Awesome, nice. Let's move on to the next one, guys, coming up on your screen. Get ready for it. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so here in this question, we had two systems. You have to compare the ratio of the time periods. Now, if these two masses are together, I think they are not slipping. You can assume this as 3m. Now, just tell me in the chat box, are these two springs in series or in parallel? Just let me know in the chat box. Yes, questions get repeated, Adya, in different ways. Not exactly same values, but like the vector question where the forces were given and find the net force or what is the ratio of the forces. Similar question came in the second shift. So the pattern is very much similar. The model is very much similar. Yeah, so many questions were repeated. They are in parallel. Very good. Because if you move this mass this way, this compresses, pushes that way, this expands, pulls it that way. Forces add together. So actually both the springs are in parallel. And whenever things are in parallel, what happens? When springs are in parallel, when your springs are in parallel, the effective K, is it 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2 or K1 plus K2? I think it is just K1 plus K2. K1 plus K2. So that's it. So time period in the first case will be 2 pi under root, mass is 3m divided by the springs are in parallel, so just put 2k. In the second case, the time period will be 2 pi under root, the mass is m and the springs are again in parallel, k and 2k will become 3k. So all you have to do is just take the ratio of them, that means divide T1 and T2. So 2 pi gone, m gone, k gone. So I'm just left with, just check this out, 3 by 2, and here that is 1 by 3. Acha, so 3 becomes 9, root becomes again 3 by root 2. That is the answer. Just check this out. Yep. So that's how you need to do it. If you know the concept, it is like within 20-30 seconds you are going to do it. Else it's going to take a lot of time. Thank you, Eslavat Takash. Love you too, Bacha. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. I did not write JEE mains. I wrote JEE subjective. So when I wrote JEE, there was no JEE mains. The JEE mains that time was the JEE advanced, and we had JEE screening, we had AIEEE, so I have written all those exams. So the speed of light in the two medium is this much and this much, ratio of refractive index this much and this much, T1 and T2. This kind of question came in the June attempt. I don't know how many of you remember, we discussed similar question in the June attempt. Very similar concept has come again back over here. So you can see many questions have been actually repeated in a way or the other. So ratio of refractive index given, so time, if the time taken is T1 and T2, okay. So I have to relate refractive index with time. So the best way to do that is first relate refractive index with speed and then speed with time. Okay, so refractive index is nothing but speed of light in vacuum by speed of light in the medium. Great. Also, the time taken is the distance divided by the speed. Interesting. So if I divide both of them, what will I get? Mu by T, okay, refractive index by T will be C by V, and here you will have L by V, V cancels. So I just have C by L. C is same, it's speed of light in vacuum. L is the same length across which the light travels in both the medium. So I can see mu by T is basically a constant. Mu by T is constant. So if I know the ratio of mu A and mu B, I also know the ratio of T1 and T2. So mu A by mu B will be nothing but T1 by T2. This is nothing but 1 by 2. T1 by T2 is also 1 by 2. So therefore T2 is nothing but twice T1. And from here I can already see T2 minus T1. T2 minus T1 is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 10. So put the value of T2 as 2T1. So 2T1 minus T1 is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 10. So T1 is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 10. And T2, which is twice of that, so it will be 10 into 10 to the power minus 10, which is 10 to the power minus 9. So the question was calculate the length in which it travels. So fair enough, the length is speed into time. So length is nothing but speed into time. You take any speed, any time, it doesn't really matter. So either you take VA into T1 or you can take VB into T2. You will get one and the same thing. So if you have taken VB into T2, that will be VB into 10 to the power minus 9. That's how it is. Awesome. Moving on to the next question coming up on your screen. So there is a cyclist who is moving with the speed of something towards a hill. There is beats produced because of the two sounds which are coming, one from behind and one from the echo. So let's try to solve this question again. See, first of all, let's draw the cyclist. This is the cyclist. He is basically your detector. And he's moving with certain speed. With 18 kilometers per hour, that means it is 5 meters per second. Great. Now there are two ways the sound hits him. Sound comes from behind. So there is a source here. The source is here, and the frequency of the source is nothing but 400 and sorry, my bad guys, it's not 400 it's 640 hertz. It's 640 hertz. It's a stationary source, so it is at rest. So one sound comes directly, he hears F1, and the second sound basically goes via him, reflects and comes back. So there is a wall here. It's as good as saying this same 640 hertz is heard by this wall. So this wall behaves like a 640 hertz source now, which is at basically rest. And the sound from this comes and hits back the cyclist, and he hears a frequency F2. So there is a difference of F1 and F2 which creates the beats. So let's find out what is F1 and F2. It's not that difficult. F1 will be 640, that's the original frequency. The whole thing into speed of sound is 320, so 320, and here also 320. But Source is at rest, so don't do anything with the denominator. The observer is moving away, the detector is moving away, so I'm just going to put a minus, and he's moving with a speed of 5. Similarly, just try to find out the value of F2, guys. F2 will be nothing but same. Treat this like a source, which is 640. Here you will have 320. Here also you will have 320. Source is at rest, so don't play with the denominator. The detector is going towards the source, so frequency will try to increase, and you put a +5. Now just take the difference of these two. Just take the difference of these two. So the difference of these two, you are going to get F1 minus F2 modulus is going to be 20 Hertz. That's the logic behind it. How many of you were able to solve this question? Let me know in the chat box. Raise your hands if this question came and if you're able to solve this question in the examination. I want to see. This was again there in sure shot in one way or the other. I had told you Doppler effect will come. We have so many times done the questions on reflection of sound and how beats are formed. Standard questions. In fact, we have done more complicated questions where the source was also moving. There is an ambulance. The ambulance is going towards the wall, and the sound gets reflected. The sound is also reflected, is also different frequency. Very, very interesting concepts. So standard questions on reflection. So I hope your reaction was like this when you saw so many questions from our mock tests. Oh, by the way, one of the students, in fact, many students have been messaging and in fact commenting on the previous videos. There is one video of how to guess options in objective exams. Apparently, some 2-3 questions have come directly from that session itself. And there was one student who was like, I said, I got 80 percentile marks just by using your method of that 1 or 2 videos. That's it. I was like, crazy. You just watched 1-2 videos and you got 80 percentile? Man, this is insane. So I don't know, if you have been watching my videos for a long time, I'm pretty sure by now you should be at 99 percentile. Hey, amazing. So let's move on to the next one. A potentiometer shows a reading of 36 centimeters when connected to this battery. Same potentiometer to 1.8 volt battery. What's the difference in the length? Standard way of measuring voltages using potentiometer. The formula goes like this. The balancing length is nothing but, or rather I would put like this. Okay, the EMF of that cell which has to be measured is given by the balancing length by 100 centimeters, whole thing into the voltage difference of the primary circuit, This is the standard formula. So let's see what we can do. I can see the EMF is directly proportional to the length. So E2 by E1 will be L2 by L1. This is the standard way of comparing the EMFs, standard procedure. So E2 is nothing but 1.8. E1 is nothing but 1.2 is equal to L2. I do not know. L1 is 36. So bring it on the other side. So L2 will be 18 by 12. I'll just put it like this. I'll forget the decimals and just put 36 over here. 12 goes with 36 3 times. And this is nothing but 54 centimeters. The question is not the final length. The question is the change in length. So change in length is 54 minus the original length was 36. So that's going to be 18 centimeters. That's the answer, straightforward. There you go. Yep. The maths is completed, Venumundam. You can watch the previous sessions after some time. YouTube usually takes few hours. So I'm guessing by midnight or maybe 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, all the videos will be stitched together and you will see the complete stream. Chemistry is also done. Now this was a question. I'm not sure whether the option was this or this. But the phenomena which makes metal detector alarm is not the Hall effect or interference of EM waves, Gauss laws or anything else. It is resonance as well as EMI. So I'm not sure which one was there. But if EMI was there, then you are going to mark it as EMI. And there is a simple reason behind it. It's basically whenever metal is there inside your pocket or you're carrying something, then eddy currents are induced. So basically that metal detectors, they have changing magnetic fields which induce eddy currents in that metal, and those eddy currents get detected because of resonance. So all these factors play a role in detecting a metallic object. You need not know the exact procedure, that's not important, but you should know that there are certain things which are based on certain laws, principles, formulas. So eddy current, EMI and LC resonance based concept application is nothing but your metal detector. It's there. Moving on to the next one, based on communication systems. Yep, communication systems also they have been asking, and this was very straightforward question. So the maximum amplitude is this much, minimum amplitude is this much. What is the modulation index? The maximum amplitude of a AM wave, this is what it is. This is the maximum amplitude. It is the carrier wave amplitude plus the signal amplitude, and this one is AC minus AS. This is what the amplitudes look like in case of an AM wave. So max amplitude will be AC plus AS and minimum amplitude will be AC minus AS. It was 6 and 2. So this is as good as 3 and 1. Taking componendo dividendo, I'm just going to get AC by AS, right, is 3 plus 1 by 3 minus 1. So this is just going to be 4 by 2, which is nothing but 2 by 1. Flip it, because AS by AC is what we need, is nothing but 1 by 2. This AS by AC is nothing but M, but the percentage modulation index will be half into 100%. That will be nothing but 50%. That is what it is. It's always a signal by the carrier. Signal's amplitude is always less than the carrier wave's amplitude. That's all. I hope this is clear. So that's how you're going to get it as 50% standard question. Moving on to the next one. A seconds pendulum is seconds pendulum, and we have taken it to a height of 2r. Find the length of the pendulum at that place. Okay. So seconds pendulum is where the time period is 1 second, if I'm not wrong. Yep. So I want the time period, which is 2 pi under root, sorry, not 1 second, 2 seconds. Time period is 2 pi under root L by G. So basically I'm going to play with G, and that's why L is going to change. Usually on earth the time is 2, this is 2 pi and this is L by G. G is as good as saying pi square. So 2 cancel, so 1 is equal to pi by pi, and here you have root L. So root L comes out to be 1, or L comes out to be 1 meter, usually on the surface of earth. But if you take it to a height of 2r, then the G will change. Think about it. So the value of G will change, and value of G at that height will be gravity on earth upon, you have r square, and here you have r plus h. H is nothing but 2r whole square. So it will be G r square by 3r whole square. So it will be nothing but G by 9. Interesting. So the gravity has become 1/9. In order to maintain the time period, the length should also become 1/9. So the new length will be 1/9 of the original length. So it is 1 by 9 meters. That's the answer. Just check this out. So here I have used the approximation that G is equal to pi square, which is a standard approximation which you can use. So as you go to an altitude of 2r, from the center it is r plus 2r. So mind it, else you will make a mistake here. And once you saw that the gravity becomes 1/9, to maintain the time period as 2 seconds for a seconds pendulum, L should become 1/9 of the original time period. L should become 1/9 of the original length. Great. रॉनी निमासे, मला मराठी खूप चांगलं येतं, मराठीत पण बोलू शकतो, पण आज आपण इंग्लिश मध्ये बोलूया, बरं का? Okay, let's move on to the next one. And here it is. What do we have? A coil of having 2 turns, magnetic field is B1. When the coil is unwound, recoiled to 5 turns, then the magnetic field at the center is how much? Interesting. So if you take a wire of length L and you coil it into some n number of turns such that it has some radius, this L will become 2 pi r into n, and the magnetic field at the center will be mu naught I by 2 times of r into n, because each turn will produce that magnetic field. Okay. Shruti, that was Marathi, bacha. Don't get scared. I didn't talk any coded language. Don't worry. It's just playing around. Mu naught I, and that radius is going to be, check this from here, the radius will be L by 2 pi n. So instead of r, you just put L by 2 pi n, and that n is over here. So solving this further, I think B comes out to be n and n gets multiplied, so it will be proportional to n square. Did you just see that? L is just a constant. 2 cancels, pi is just a constant, mu naught and I is the same, n and n multiply, so it will be n squares proportional. So if magnetic field is proportional to n square, so B2 by B1 will be N2 by N1 whole square. Second time the number of turns is 5, first time the number of turns is 2, so 5 by 2 square, which is 25 by 4. That's it. That's it. That's the answer. There you go. Okay, very good. I hope this is clear. Crazy boys, love करायचा आहे. जावा ना कुठेतरी शेतात, इथं कुठं आला? Chalo, yes, directly proportional said YT. Very nice, very nice. Moving on to the next one, an isolated sphere with radius R1 when it is surrounded by concentric sphere of R2 grounded to earth, capacity becomes n times the ratio of R2 by R1 becomes, okay. So let's try to do this. First, an isolated sphere, if you have it, it has some radius R1, the capacitance will be standard formula, 4 pi epsilon naught R1. 4 pi epsilon naught R1 is the capacitance. If you take just a sphere, it's completely isolated. Now what you need to do, if you add one more sphere outside and it's grounded, that means it's a normal capacitor basically. You take this and ground it. So it's a normal capacitor. The second capacitance will be 4 pi epsilon naught. We'll have 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2 over here, and that is as good as saying it's 4 pi epsilon naught. Here you will have R2 minus R1, and here you will have R1 R2 after taking LCM. As per the question, the new capacitance becomes n times. The new capacitance becomes n times. So that means C2 is nothing but n times of C1. So solving this further, n times of C1 means n times of 4 pi epsilon naught R1 will be equal to this thing, 4 pi epsilon naught R1 R2 divided by R2 minus R1. A lot of things are going to get cancelled, right guys? A lot of things are going to get cancelled, and see, let's see what do we get. 4 pi epsilon naught R1 cancels. So n times, bring this over here, R2 minus R1 will be nothing but R1 has gone, so it is just R2. Everybody with me on this? Everybody with me on this? Very good. So just solve this now and see what do you get. So it will become nR2 minus nR1 is equal to R2. Bring this R2 here, bring that R1 there. So R2 into n minus 1 is equal to nR1. The question is find R2 by R1. So R2 by R1 will be n upon n minus 1. That's the answer. Just check this out. Direct application of formulas, nothing else over here. You should understand that this is a parallel plate. Sorry, it's a normal spherical type capacitor. So 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. This is a isolated spherical capacitor. If you know the formulas, you get it. Moving on to the next question. Coming up on your screen. Yep. And what do we have? De Broglie wavelength of proton and deuteron have this ratio, the ratio of the potential difference through which they were accelerated. Interesting. So the radius, sorry, the de Broglie wavelength is given. Okay. So de Broglie wavelength is h by p, and momentum is nothing but root of 2mk, and the kinetic energy that they would have gained would be because of the voltage acceleration. So it will be charge into the voltage by which they have been accelerated. Interesting. Now de Broglie's wavelength is given. The ratio of the potential difference is asked. So charge and mass, everything will be different. Okay. So we have to find delta V. So I think I need to square this, or maybe I can just divide this. No problem. There is no issue. I think lambda of P by lambda of deuteron will be equal to, okay, I'm going to have lots of roots over here, and I will have over here mass of proton, charge of proton into delta V of proton. Here mass of deuteron, charge of deuteron into delta V of deuteron. This ratio is given by 1 by root 2 is equal to this whole thing, mass of deuteron by mass of proton. Deuteron is 2, mass of proton is 1. Deuteron and proton, the charge is the same guys, 1 by 1. Voltage difference is what we need to figure out. So delta V, delta V, this is proton, this is neutron. Removing the roots from both sides, so 1 by 2 is equal to 2 into delta VD by delta VP. Question is proton by neutron, so delta VP by delta VD. Bring this there, bring that below. 2 2s are 4, so 4 and 1. Is that the answer? Yes, it is. Yes, Sid Whitey, that is the correct answer, bacha. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Interesting. मैं कौन सा प्लेस से बोल रही? मैं बेंगलुरु से बोल रही, एकदम मस्त जगह से बोल रहे, इंडिया से बोल रहे हम लोग. समझा क्या भीड़ू? Very good. Let's move on to the next question. A ball is projected with 15 meters per second at an angle theta such that the range and the maximum height is the same. Then find the value of the tan theta. Okay. So first of all, it's given that the range and the maximum height are same. Okay, interesting. So range and maximum height are same. Somehow h and r are same. So if h is equal to r, directly use the formula. The formula of height is u square sine square theta by 2g. The formula for range, just use that, guys. What is it? It is 2u square sine theta cos theta by g. G gone, u square gone, 1 sine gone. So I'm just left with sine theta by 2 is equal to 1 cos theta is there, and that 2 is also there. So bring sine by cos. So sine theta by cos theta is equal to 2 into 2. That means tan theta is equal to 4. So the question is, what's the tan theta? The tan theta value is going to be 4, or theta is tan inverse of 4. That's the answer. Moving on to the next one. All right. So I think there are some resistors here. Okay, and this is just a connecting wire, I believe. And this was at higher potential. This was at lower potential. I think the diagram is slightly screwed up a little bit over here. We'll just try to redraw it over here. Yep. So I think the diagram was not exactly like this, but maybe it was somewhat like this. Maybe somewhat like this. Yep. Just check this out. If it was somewhat like this, right? And the resistors were connected over here. Yep. So this was approximately the diagram. I think since left hand side was at higher potential, this was at lower potential, you will immediately see that the current will flow from this diode. So this will be obviously forward bias, this will be obviously reverse bias. If this is reverse bias, no current here, no current over here. In fact, I can redraw this circuit like this. It's as good as from A, you have two resistors, one here and one here, and you have one more resistor over here. Oh, sorry, that is a diode, that's all. That's nothing but a diode, so it's just a plain wire. So it's just a plain wire. And from there, you just get one resistor here. There is no current in this branch, and that's it. One resistance here, and that's it. This is point B. And this is 15 ohms, this is 20 ohms, and this is 20 ohms. This is the simpler form of this circuit. Once you see that, you will realize that these two 20 ohms are basically in parallel. So that means their resistance equivalent will be 10 ohms. So you just have one 10 ohm resistance, and this is point A, and then you have one 15 ohm resistance, and this is point B. That's it. So the final equivalent resistance is 10 plus 15, and that means it is 25 ohms. Question is, what is the voltage difference between those 2 points? VAB, I think the current inside which is going, is 2 amperes. So IR, so I is 2, R is nothing but 25, so it will be nothing but 50 volts. That's the answer. Just check this out. Yep, the 20-20 comes out to be in parallel. The whole idea was this diode is not conducting because of the reverse bias, whereas this diode is conducting, so you can make it roughly as a wire because it's assumed to be an ideal diode, hardly any voltage drop across the diode. So I can just show it as a wire. That's the whole idea behind this. Moving on to the next question, guys. Let's see how many of you can do this. Somebody is already saying, sir, 250 plus guarantee. Awesome, awesome, Ram. Very good, Binaya, if you guys are getting that score. I'll be asking you your predicted scores so that it will help others as well as to what to aim and what to target maybe after this question. So an electron in hydrogen atom makes transition from this orbit to ground state, releasing a photon of wavelength this much. In value of n terms of Rydberg constant, wavelength is, okay, in the value of n in terms of Rydberg constant and wavelength. Okay, so I think we'll use our standard formula. 1 by wavelength is Rydberg constant into z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. So 1 by lambda as it is, Rydberg constant as it is, z is just 1 because it is hydrogen, and 1 by 1 square minus 1 by n square, because higher number comes later on, smaller number comes over here, all right, in the denominator, so that the answer is always positive. So let's just play around with this. So this will be 1 by lambda r is equal to 1 minus 1 by n square. Shift it. So I think I can bring 1 by n square here. It will be 1 minus 1 by lambda r, which is as good as lambda r minus 1 by lambda r. Flip it. So you're just going to get n square is equal to lambda r divided by lambda r minus 1. So once you flipped it and you have got it over here as n square, so therefore n will be equal to root of this entire thing, which is lambda r upon lambda r minus 1. That's the answer. Just check this out. Hello Indu Dasi. Okay, I hope this is clear. Interesting. Yep. So that's the top questions which we had today. Physics paper was easy or moderate. It did not have lengthy questions. Some of the students said that the questions were such that most of the things they were able to solve. Sometimes there was, in that flow, there was a break. So as you are solving, there was a sudden break. Okay, I need to think about this. Okay, this is something which I've seen, but I need to think about it again. And then again, you gain the momentum and again start solving. So a little bit of break here and there in 2 or 3 questions. But apart from that, everything was pretty much standard. So in the first JEE Mains attempt, there were so many students, thousands of students above 90 percentile. There were 200 plus students above 99 percentile. CBSE, ICSE, you name it, our students have just fared well everywhere. And these are your faces. These are your seniors, juniors, batchmates who have made themselves, their parents, their teachers, the institution, and everyone around them very, very proud. And I'm pretty sure by the time the second attempt is over, this will be even higher and you too will be over here. So I would love to know what is your score, what is your prediction that you guys are getting in the first day, so that the people who are going to watch it for the second, third or the fourth day also know where people are generally getting their scores around. And I'm pretty sure maths was the toughest. Physics and chemistry were at par. That's what most students again said. And like we have been predicting, whatever happens in the first attempt, the similar thing also happens in the second attempt, right? So expect similar things to happen. Maths will be difficult, most likely 99%. Physics and chemistry will be almost like this. Sometimes physics questions will be little bit calculative. Sometimes they will be little bit lengthy. They might break your flow. But other than that, standard sets of questions have come. So proud, Lingeshwaran. I'm pretty sure you will keep us posted. And just like other students too over here on this channel, keep telling us about how these people have been getting their marks and they regularly update us. Please do that because it means a lot, because we have been together, we have been working really hard for you. So, you know, we would always love to see how you guys are doing. Just write a comment, that's all. Sir, I think I got this much. I will be very happy about it. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much, Sid YT. Bye-bye, take care. So must do physics chapters for the tomorrow's exam. Just go over here, bacha. I have done a beautiful video on all the must do chapters. Just go over here. Where is that? Where is it? It's right over here. This one. JEE Mains 2022 solve. Oh, sorry, not this one. Analysis of JEE Mains. Do this to score 99 percentile. Just watch this video, bacha. I've given the list of the chapters of physics, chemistry, maths to get very high scores, and also the strategy to solve the paper to get 99 percentile irrespective of your score. Just make sure you watch this. I've taken a lot of efforts for doing that. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. It meant a lot. And do not forget to smash the like button as well as hit the subscribe button. That's it from my side. See you again tomorrow for all the top questions on Enlite, your dedicated English medium channel for JEE as well as NEET. Hasta la vista. Take care.